Party rings. Oh, that's not good. If that's how I start the pod.
No, this is now is how we're gonna start the pod.
3, 2, 1.
No, we've already started. Okay, cool.
Party rings. It's the way you act. It's the way you act.
Is that from an advert or are you just making
it's
this
that
up?
guy, the guy, he's very beautiful and he's all over TikTok.
Me?
Not TikTok, Instagram. He he goes, it's the way you act. It's the way you act. It's the way you act.
I've never heard that before in my entire life. I didn't check the audio, so I hope it's good. Guys, can you hear us?
Yeah.
I hope so. Well, welcome to the capsule, everyone. What's really good? What's happening? How are you all at home when you're listening to this? Everybody say out loud how you are. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, great.
Really?
Great to hear.
Damn.
We have Camille Davidoduntinantine in the house.
Some people really think that my last name is just the Instagram handle.
What is your
Dav. Like
Camilla Dav. Camilla Dav.
Camilla Dav.
Dav?
You're Camilla Dav, right?
Davidonte.
Gross, yeah.
How do you say it?
Davidonite.
David. That's what I said.
Davidonite.
Diamond Dave. Yeah, and me. I'm here also. What's up, everyone? How are you all? Welcome to another episode of The Capsule. We did not put out a podcast last week, and I am deeply sorry for that. But believe me when I say it was a long week, and I was very overwhelmed, and I had zero time. Although we did record a podcast, but
With myself.
it's going to come out at another time. It was a fun one,
Hopefully
actually.
soon,
It was a
because
good
I'm
one.
really...
Yeah,
it was
probably be
a
soon.
good one. I want to see it myself. You know
Yeah.
that I watch everything...
Even with you on, you watch it back. Do you
No,
want me to lift that?
if I'm on, I watch everything and I only look at myself and I judge
That's hilarious.
the way my mouth moves. I'm thinking, why weren't you able to say that word in that way?
But you sit for 2 hours and watch yourself.
I just watched the whole pod, yeah.
That's
I mean, I
amazing.
watch your pods anyways, but
Yeah, true.
I watch that pod with more intensely.
That's true. If there's a pod that I watch regularly, I would probably watch me on it.
Me?
What?
You would watch me?
No,
Oh,
if-
nice. Thank you so much.
I hardly ever watch this. I watch like sections back if I want to hear how we talked about something before we put it out.
Yeah.
If I'm not sure about, maybe we were a bit too honest or something. I'll watch
Yeah,
the
I
section
think
back.
I think I watch it for the same reason, because obviously you posted after you watched it, but I watch it.
Yeah, you haven't had
to then remember. Oh, is that how I said it? Is that what I said?
Yeah, true.
And how does that? Because you know when we have a conversation, like it's strange. They obviously don't know the setup because like there's lights, there's camera, there's this whatever that is, and there's just a room. But we really having a conversation one-on-one.
Yeah.
But then it's for the pod, and then you watch it back, and you're like, "Oh, so I did say it."
Well, yeah, I mean the pod that is going to come out of us, like, it's like quite like personal stuff. So I was like,
So
I was so into
personal,
it. So now
guys.
I'm going to need to like listen back and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I was honest about that. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've watched a whole episode back of it.
No, that would be too much for you.
Yeah,
You're
that's true.
such a
I'm
busy
here
man.
also. Yeah. And it's a bit like, yeah, I don't know. Anywho, we definitely need to talk about this Nike battle, even though you're probably sick of talking about it. But yeah, we need to do a recap.
Let's
I believe
recap.
we need to reflect, or we need to look back. We need to reminisce
Let's.
on how it went, and then after this, we can move on.
Oh,
But I think I'm still within my 5 days of being able to talk
You
about
can.
it, and everyone keeps asking me about it, so it's nice now. I can just say
to
go
everyone.
watch the podcast.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's start.
So, for those that don't know, we did the Nike Own the Floor battle. It's lovely that everybody's like giving us credit for it being a capsule battle, but actually technically it's a Nike battle. It's Nike London that ran it. The capsule, aka me, was basically consulted on it and worked with them to build the event. I'm gonna put out, I've said this before, but I'm gonna put out a behind the scenes like vlog of we've got loads of like behind the scenes footage and stuff, which is really cool, showing like what went on in the judges room, what went on in the like briefings and the backstage and all that type of stuff as well. And I'm kind of going to give a bit more insight into like how it was to do all of that. We might answer some of the questions on this pod, but yeah, just like a bit more insight into how the whole thing worked. But yeah, so yeah, we worked on it. Fern, who started her new page, XB3 Productions, so go follow them. She was the producer on the project, so more worked on kind of like the logistics of it and how we were going to actually make all the things happen in real life. I worked on the like creative concept of the things, so building like the battle concept and the artist decisions and yeah, that type of stuff. And then obviously Nike had their objectives and, you know, worked, had their people working on certain bits of it. So first thing I want to get out of the way, I know this is gonna be boring, but I want to say thank you to people. I just want to make sure I've said thank yous to everyone, because we did send an email out to the judges and stuff, but it was, yeah, I just wanted to say some thank yous, if you don't mind.
Well, I do mind now that you asked me, so I think we shouldn't do it.
The first thank you is to you for letting me speak.
Okay.
So first of all, massive thank you to the Nike London team. Everyone there is super dope, like just really good people, and like we'll talk a bit more in the vlog about like who worked on what areas and what positions there are and stuff, because I think it's like I do want to talk to people about that and like to be like give some insight into what it's like working with those type of people. But also we can't really I'd love to have them on the pod, but like there's a lot of rules why they can't do stuff like that. But the main person that I've worked with and I think that you work with is Harry.
Yay!
Harry, I think it's short for Harriet. I actually have never asked her, but the way it's spelled I'm assuming it's Harriet, but Harry, not like Harry Barnes, Harry.
Oh yeah.
Harry.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Anyway, but she's the person that's like on the community dance side, so she wouldn't be the same team as like Karam and Stephanie's like athlete team. She's working with the community stuff, and she is legit amazing. Like, she's really, really amazing, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, not what I would have expected for working with someone from a brand for kind of the first time officially. Yeah, it's like Harry is the person that's like,
because she's cool, she's friendly, she's kind, she's young, funny,
like she cares about dance, and like she's come to battles not because it was her job. Like she came to battles just to be at battles and to enjoy them. Like, so it's like she actually loves dance and the dance community. And it's like, I kind of get the sense she'd be around even if she wasn't working on this. Like she'd still come to battles. Lovely person, really. And like everyone, I've noticed this, like everyone that I've met from Nike, the team from Nike London and the associate, whatever, like kind of positions, they're all young and really friendly and nice and stuff, but they're all like so good at their job. Yeah. Like I love seeing those type of people because it's like they're super like, hey, who are you? Yeah, what's going on? But like super friendly and chill like us. Yeah. And then you see them in action, like organizing stuff, doing stuff. And I'm like, holy shit, you're so good at what you do as well. Yeah. Which is crazy. It's like they really have got like the best of the best in like all, you know, in all categories. But yeah, no, have to say a massive shout out to not only Nike, but especially Harry, because all of them have been amazing to work with. They're all great people, but just Harry specifically, it's like she's just great to work with. She cares a lot. She's really just, I don't know, she's just lovely in all ways, and fantastic at her job, and is making a lot of stuff happen for the scene. Yeah, which is like, I think like I've talked to her about it, but like how much there aren't these people that come in and care about this scene. You know what I mean?
She's very genuine.
Yeah, and it's like her genuineness is like carries a big because she cares. Like look at the battle that happened, look at the amount of investment they're going, just because Harry is like, I like this scene and I think we should do stuff in it. It's like, you know, obviously there's a whole big team and objectives and stuff, but it's like I know she's pushed for a lot of stuff, and like even working with me and Fern and AIM and stuff, it's like there's a lot of people that have got opportunities because of what she's found interesting or who she trusts or whatever. And was really like, you know, this is kind of, we've been working together a little bit before this, but she's really like, it went from kind of like 0 to 100 pretty quick. So like she went from like we kind of knew each other to like trusting me to build this whole battle concept. And like, hopefully by the battle that happened, she was right to have trusted me, but she didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know, or like maybe she had some more insight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. She's just great, man. And like, I really have to, I don't know. I can't vouch for like the whole Nike machine. You know, you never know where these machines are going to turn. They have their priorities and they have their investors and their stakeholders. But it's like, I can vouch for like the people there not trying to do this for like bad reasons, or like they really care. The team are really good. They're really doing their best. Not to say they're going to, you know, forever be in the dance scene or they're going to make us all millionaires or something. But I can say if they're doing a dance project, they probably care as much as is possible to care about dance, you know? I mean, there's a fucking reason they're like that big of a brand.
Right.
It doesn't come from fucking people over.
Wrong.
You know?
I said something because they're doing something.
The opposite of that. Doing something right. They must be doing something wrong. They're really good. And then, so Fern, obviously a massive thank you to Fern, who we finished the battle 2 minutes before the time it was supposed to finish.
Oh,
and it's
wow.
like, if you know anything about running an event, to run it on time is hard, let alone to run it that, like we had 2 minutes. Like had to
catch up.
Yeah, there were times when it like had moments,
it was
but
over.
We left time in the right place and stuff like that.
You did the job right.
I think we finished the prelims 10 minutes after we were supposed to finish. I think we were supposed to finish at 6, finish at 10 past.
Good.
And then you run the battles, and it was like it ran really to time, and that is a like big on Fern of that planning. Like her master schedule had like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3.5 minutes. It's like so precise. Everything had to happen. When it happened. So
awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't happen if Fern didn't make that happen. And then she had a team like Tia, and she had other people that worked with her, like runners on the day, that were like really helping to like go and grab judges and like, nope, you come back here, we're going down now. Like,
oh my god, that probably takes a lot of time.
And it's like, if the judges don't come, then we're behind time. So all of those people, like, you know, massive thank you to them. There was an events team that ran the event for Nike called XYZ. Again, big company that do a lot of big events, and they're all like young, friendly, happy. Even at the most stressful moments of the battle, they're all like super friendly and lovely to work with.
Yeah, that's
like,
important. You don't want someone who's like...
Yeah, okay, fine, I'll do that. Yeah, whatever. Like they're really like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, we don't even worry. We got this. Let's go. Come on. And I'm like, fuck it. It's like... Because
that's the right way to do these things, because they are very stressful. So if you stress out more, not great.
Exactly. And they're just, again, all young, like fun people, but then when they need to turn it on, they are fire at their job. They know exactly what they're doing. It's like, those people are not in that position by accident. I promise you that. And then, so the dancers, this is a big thank you. The dancers and the winners, but all the dancers.
Not me.
No, but you did correct. Fourth place. We'll give you that. You got fourth place.
That's the place that you lose. So no.
What a Eastern European approach. Yeah. After third place, there is no more. No, but like the dancers, like this, like, and we say this all the time, but like I really mean it. Is like, this event is not this event without the people that entered the battles.
Of
like
course.
Some of the like TC Slayers round, unfortunately against you, but like when he went off, like
he took off.
Yeah, that was fire. Like just there's so like Harry Kane, like, and that's why it was important for me to do stuff like the third place battle, because it's like, if you think the people that came third is like Lauren Scott, Omni, and Malonzo Carl, and it's like they made the event almost as much as the winners. You know what I mean? It's like watching them was part of the fun of the event. So it's like to not have, like, if it was up to me, I'd give everyone in the top 16 money or whatever. But it's like, you know, to not reward, to only have the winner gets prize and everyone else gets told, all right, fuck off,
I think the whole only first prize is so far behind. There's no way. At least, obviously, it all depends on the budget. So, but it should be a standard of first, second place. And the fact that you did it for third was like more of an incentive. And, you know, you're also then, well, yeah, I got to this point and I was so close, but then it still makes it not more worth it because people do it, you know, anyways, but yeah, I just like, it's just kind of wanted to show a bit more recognition that all the dancers are part of it, not just the one winner, you know. Even the people that lost in the top 16, like, you made some like amazing moments and stuff. So yeah, and just like the dancers, and I think, you know, we tried to curate it to make it an enjoyable
event for the dancers, but just
was.
having people be there and like the vibes and having, you know, people were jamming and we're going to talk about the DJs in a minute, but like, you know, everyone kind of hanging around, being lovely. Like everyone was fucking pleasant. No one was like causing issues, or there was nothing like, you know, it seemed obvious maybe to me and you, but it's like people could have been, I don't know, kicking off. Someone could have shown up drunk. Like, I don't know, just stuff that no one caused trouble. It was very pleasant. And it's like, this is the thing that like I know from my position and you know from yours, but like the average dancer doesn't care about my relationship with Nike. But what you don't realize is that I'm vouching for the entire community. So when I say bring these, you want the real community in your space, in your brand, in your store. So then when the community shows up, if they're doing shit, I don't know, whatever it might be, if people are kicking off, there's a fight, people are drunk, whatever it could be, you don't care. But like it damages.
It doesn't look good on you.
I vouch. I'm like, these are the people you need in your space, and then they go, really, these people? So like the fact that everyone showed up, everyone was super lovely, and I know there was like
smelled nice.
Yes, yeah. There actually wasn't. It wasn't such a bad smelling space,
odor,
which is often a problem in our community. But yeah, I mean, it goes a long way for me to now go back to Nike and be like, I told you these were the right people to have. You know?
And it was great,
exactly. And then they'll be like, you know, it's already happening that they're like, oh my god, your community is amazing, which I knew already. But
it's great.
Yeah, I think really massive shout out to all the dancers, and like the rounds were fire. Like everyone like came through and was like, yeah, just on it, man. Even the, you know, the thing of like the top 8 getting closed and stuff. I think I'm really glad that we were able to do that, because it's like, it's just again, it's just more celebration of the people that made the event. Top 16 upwards are like, I mean, even the prelim people, like the prelims were fire.
Yeah, I wanted to say, you know, like there were some moments in pre-selections that were in the top moments of the
battle
of the the whole event.
It was like really enjoyable to watch. It was like one of the, I always bitch about prelims being boring, but like it was actually really interesting.
But it was also because you did a battle thing.
I think the battle prelim helps. And even as a dancer, I think it makes you feel like,
of course, it's much better. Yeah. Well, my preference would be a battle. Pre-selections. But
and it didn't really cost us much time or anything. It helped a lot with a lot of different stuff. Thank you to the judges. We had 9 judges. All of them were super professional. No one like showed up late or anything anything like that. Just great to work with all of them. Lovely people. I did give them the criteria and a briefing on how to kind of
judge.
Yeah, more on what we didn't do is like
for.
Yeah, what they're looking for. But we didn't do like, I make the differentiation between a judging criteria and a judging system. Like we didn't give them a system of like how to do it. Like we didn't say the sliders or whatever with the other judging. Well, that's a real judging system. Like the Cozen.
Yeah.
That's a real judging system. This was just a criteria, which everyone from UDO to like everyone uses a criteria. I just think for some reason we don't use it in the battle scene. But it's like, all right, if we're judging all styles, this is what I want you to look for. There's 3 categories. This is kind of what it is. But you make up your mind in your head and still vote the old-fashioned way, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think having a criteria is still better than nothing, you know. All the judges were amazing to work with. Great people, great dancers, great judges as well. We made a point to say to the audience that the judge demo is not about showing why they can judge. Like we
yes, because that's that. Yeah,
I told the hosts Jen and Hannah to say that, like, don't say, because I always say, and you might be asking yourself, why are these judges qualified to? And then it's like, this is why, and it's like, no, that's not why. This is just entertainment. Like it's like we are judging because you're good at judging and we trust your opinion.
Yeah,
and we want you to do a showcase because you're cool. Like that's it. There's 2 separate things. But yeah, shout out to the judges. I appreciate all of you being there. It's great to have Karam and Stephanie there as well, because they're Nike related anyway.
And it was I think what was nice that they are the Nike athletes, but they are dancers too. You know, that on Nike's side, I guess they're athletes. They're part of that team, but to us, they're dancers. And breaking has always been more separated from the rest of the styles because it has such a big audience and a lot of people, and I guess so it was nice that they were the ones in all styles event, and they were part of it. I think that was really nice,
and that was us that asked for them. It wasn't like Nike didn't say we want to put our people
like
in.
You have to, you must.
No, they didn't say you have to about anyone,
and
really.
It was great.
There was a few people that they were like interested in, but they didn't say we had to have anyone. It was us that chose who we wanted.
Good choice.
And speaking of hosts,
tell me,
Jenny Lou, and Hannah. Shout out to them massively because I think they did a great job.
Yes,
Hannah's
I
first
liked
time
it as well.
hosting.
Yes, she did great.
She did great.
Yeah.
Jenny's a maniac, but she did great.
Yeah, she is one chaotic.
Yeah,
piece of-
very chaotic and loud. There she is. Jen, come and say hi.
Don't come say hi.
She said no.
Great. She listens
no,
to me.
of course not. But yeah, no, they did a great job. And I think one thing for me is like the two of the big, let's say three of the big things that make. No, I'm going to go two of the big.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe two.
Big, big things that make an event feel unique is the venue and the hosts. Like, obviously the music has to be good, the dancers have to be good, but to have its own identity, if you're in a venue that like has been hosting a lot of dance events, they all start to feel the same. That was the problem with like Studio B, which was like a great place for the community, but then if you have your event there, it's affordable, but it's hard to make it feel separate to everything else.
Yeah, because it's just in the same space. Yeah.
Yeah. So having like a unique venue really helps people to stick in people's mind. Like Dance Your Style this year, that, what do you call that place? Battersea Power Station.
I was in there.
Yeah, it's like we're always going to remember that place as being the Red Bull Dance Your Style space. Yeah. And hopefully the same with like the Nike battles are in Nike Town. So it's like always going to be unique to them. And the host of the other thing is like when you have certain hosts for certain things, you know, like Clara hosting her events. It's like,
yeah.
It's that's a Clara event because it's at the Red Bull space and it's Clara hosting. That feels like an in the house vibe. You know what I mean? So I think, it was important for me to have, you know, Jen, who's like, a bit of a different, like she's not the usual host, but she did a great job as well. And then my capsule people who helped me out on the day, Sophia filmed all the battles and all the prelims from 10 a.m. until 11 p.m. when we finished with maybe an hour break. So shout out to Sophia.
Sophia is
for sure wanted to kill me by the end of it, but we love her anyway because she didn't.
I think we would love her more if she did.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. No, but she did great, honestly. And we're going to talk about it on the vlog, but we did the thing that I've been talking about a while, which is we filmed the prelims.
Oh.
And then we brought the SD card backstage.
Yes.
And had the judges, they were able, if they were unsure about any, they were able to bring up the footage.
Yeah.
And watch it. So Sophia, like, she had to film in a specific way for that to be possible. And she had to like change SD cards every prelim so I could take one SD card upstairs while she was still filming the next prelim. So there was a lot of maneuvering around that Sophia did a great job of. Joe Monkey Flip Media, who
I know him,
followed me around all day with a camera and got like all the backstage stuff, all the like.
Oh, because I was actually wondering, I was like, because there was him, but there were other people. And I was thinking, what is he doing? Like, what is his video going to be?
Yeah, so the vlog that I'm going to do, that's all Joe's footage. So I've got a whole day worth of Joe following me around, filming bits, like going up to people asking, like, what are they doing in the event? So there's a lot of, like, exclusive, like, there's some funny clips I've already seen, like, of backstage. But yeah, that was his role. It was so funny. Like I kept like he'd be in the audience and I'd be by the judges or something.
Yeah.
And he's like watching me, and then like I'd get up and walk like really fast around the corner, and he'd be like, run round. And then sometimes I was just going to like look at something and come back. So he'd like run around and be like, "Where are we going?" And I'm like, "Oh, nowhere." And he's like, "Okay, cool." And then he'd go, like come back, and he's just like always ready to like follow me somewhere if I was doing something. Nice. Or like I'd do a judge briefing or something, and then just like after like 2 minutes of doing it, he'd like run around the corner. "Okay, I'm filming this, right?" Like, you know, he's just always ready to like capture everything. But yeah, no, it was great. And also I was like, if I'm going to have someone follow me around all day, I had to be like one of my friends. It has
to be someone nice, not creepy.
Yeah, it can't just be
good.
Yeah, we need a good looking person to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Joe. And then Carola, Naomi, Levan, who were my runners on the day.
I met them.
Carola did all the socials. Naomi and Levan were doing like running for us and like helping out with any little bits. So
great.
Yeah, massive shout out to them. We love them. Now the DJs. We have to talk about these DJs.
Tell me about them.
These DJs were absolutely fire.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we did what we did. Like, I think the DJs were the highlight of the day. Like, they were the main focus of that event, don't you think?
Yeah, because songs were bangers.
Yeah, everything was bangers throughout that. I'm so glad we did that. And it's like, what I said to a lot of them, no, all of them, I think, in the meetings, is like, I don't want you to play what you think the dancers want to hear. Just play good music. Like, your DJs for a reason. Like, they all, like Glade and Steph DJ, like, nights and jams, and they make crowds go off. And I was like, I don't want this thing of like, oh yeah, we'll play this battle beat that always gets played in the finals of battles because that's what the dancers want, and we don't want to get. I'm like, no, play good. I don't give a fuck. Like, play good music, and we'll dance to it. Like, don't worry about that. Like, we'll get down. And people that fucking did. Like,
that worked out.
They played Sprinter. Yes, they played Sprinter in the finals, and it's like, that's a fucking banger. Like, and also I think all three of the songs in the finals were like UK songs. Maybe
I actually haven't maybe paid too much attention.
There was like one JME track, one
is that hip hop drill? You mean grime?
One was grime, one was the Sprinter one. I guess you could say maybe hip hop or drill.
Oh, so in that category, based. It was all UK, right.
But yeah, I thought they were sick, and like even one thing that I've really appreciated is like Josh. There's one round that we posted of Harry where like he plays the JME song and everyone starts getting gas, and he like wheeled it up and then like started the round again. It's like you would never do that in a battle, but like it's like exactly what you needed to do. Like in a club when everyone gets hyped,
in that moment,
you wheel it up and go again, and it worked fucking perfectly. And it's like that's what I'm talking about. Like let the DJs be DJs and like. It goes off. Like, don't say just play the same shit that we want to hear, because we don't know what the fuck we're just dancers. You know what I mean? Like, they actually know better than us. So let the DJs like rock, and I think it's going to be great. Glade killed it. Josh killed it. Those two back to back is exactly what I hoped it would be. Like, just it was insane. Great. Steph and Lewis. Love it. Like, I love that partnership. Super proud of Lewis, because it's like, he's not new to DJing, but he's new to battle DJing. Like, he's been DJing for a while, but like he's kind of getting into it more. And it's like, this is why I wanted him, because I'm like, you're a real DJ. You're not only a battle DJ. He DJs house and garage all the time. Like, that's his thing to DJ. So having him do a house and garage, I'm like, I know you can kill this. Like, more than...
And he played his song as well, which I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And Steph is a killer for like house stuff. I loved having Steph. Again, she DJs because she's a DJ, not for battles, like, you know. And then Steph and Tilly, amazing. Like, Tilly's like quite new to battle DJing, or like DJing in general.
I've only seen her dance. I've never seen her DJ.
I think she DJs like the Chloe Dean's like for the Galdem sessions. Cool. I mean, maybe she's only done one or two of them. Nice. I think she did the Afro and More thing, that was battle, like a 2-on-2, but I don't think she's done much more than that. So not only good to have her there, but like she smoked it. Like having like she it was perfect. And then Steph is Steph. He's like fucking legendary. Him and Glade were like no brainers to have on that. It was just like, you gotta have two of the best DJs that, in our scene that are real DJs, you know. But yeah, they killed it. And I think going back to back, they went back to back every song. So the prelims was like 1-1-1-1. And it's like, and this is what I said to them, and it fucking worked. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that it worked, because I'm the one that suggested it. But I'm so happy that they got the idea. It's like, in a battle, we think of it as like battle by, like, what song did you, like, let's say in each prelim. What song did you play for that prelim? What song did you play for that prelim? If they're good songs, the dancers are happy, all good, right? But what we don't think about is the overall vibe of the day, because prelims are happening for 6 hours. So each category is like an hour and a half or whatever with a break, right? So I'm like, what I want, and I said this to them, is like, think about it as if you're building the vibe of the whole day. Like, so play a set. Like, each song is like, should follow on, should like have a flow and a vibe to it. So don't play, oh, this song and then another random song that the dancers want to hear. Just play music that if we were in a party right now, we'd want to hear these songs one after another. So when they did, it's like, I think it's just the vibe built over the whole day, and then obviously through to the finals, it was sick. So yeah, the DJs absolutely killed it. Going back to back, I think, was a great idea, and I think we, like, Steph and Lewis never really knew each other or spoke before, and now they're like, oh, I love Lewis, oh, I love Steph. Or like, you know, Glade and Josh were like talking about it, and like they had like connected before the battle to like come up with how are we gonna do this. And I think like they really like, you know, teamed up, and especially someone like Tilly, who just hasn't DJed that much, to DJ with Steph. It's like, when are you gonna get an opportunity to do that? Like, to just be thrown in with someone that's like like a veteran almost, you know. So I was just so gassed that it worked out like that. So yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I'm just like super, super grateful that it went well, and like that everyone was so responsive, and that it, like, I always say, it's like, I said this so many times ages ago, but it's like, I hate when people market events by being like guilt tripping you, like, oh, come to my, come support me. If you're not here, if you're not here, you're not supporting my event. Or
we're
if
doing this as well, but yeah.
What?
I think I've done this before. Okay. I know what it is. It's like, if you're not here, where else would you?
No, but I think that's like different. But it's like when you're like saying like, you need to come to my event because you need to support me. That's why you should come. Okay. I always like, oh, like, yeah, show support for the UK scene by coming. Right. It's like, no, it's my job to put on an event that makes you want to come. Like I've always said that. It's like, it's not your job to support me in whatever I do.
Yeah.
I would prefer if you didn't come, if you don't like the event,
Yeah.
so that I know I did something wrong. Don't come because you support, like, don't listen to this fucking podcast if it's not a good podcast. That will make me get better at doing it. So
I will stop.
So that was my thing, is like, you know, we never like guilt tripped anyone. We never like said you have
it was
to come.
very, very straightforward.
like-
we knew that it's on. Boom, the flyer's out.
Yeah.
Sign in.
And it's like, what are all the elements that we can do to like make this the sickest battle for everyone to be at, you know? And yeah, I'm super happy. A lot of people, you know, enjoyed it. I know there was some like kind of criticisms. I know the toilet situation wasn't great. I know that there was a long line and it didn't move very quickly, and that it was hard to see from upstairs, and the TVs were either maybe the volume was too low or they should have been bigger and stuff. 100% get it. And like, you know, we tried to cover all the bases, but there's some things that were just unexpected.
Yeah.
We also I don't think we knew that we were going to get 1,000 people there, which we did, which is crazy.
What?
1,000 people.
No.
Yep.
How?
In Nike Town. We shut that shit down.
After opening.
After 8 p.m. I think there was around 1,000 people in the building. Yeah.
How?
On all floors.
I know, but how?
Well, downstairs
1,000?
capacity is like 400, 350, I think, something like that.
No way.
So then,
Yeah. There's like there was.
yeah, I think I haven't got this isn't official stats, but from what I heard on the night, there's about 1,000.
crazy.
Like the line was down the block, like fucking.
Because I didn't go outside. I actually didn't see.
Yeah, because you were, but like if you had to go out and queue up, like the actual spectator line was like.
Yeah, I would have been by
down the
Piccadilly
block.
Circus.
Yeah.
Moving up. Crazy. 1,000 is a crazy amount.
Yeah, and
it didn't feel like 1,000. That's why I'm so surprised.
And but I think also, were you upstairs much during the battle? Not really.
No.
Exactly. Yeah, you didn't see how packed it was on the other floors.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sure there's a picture here that I can show you. But basically, like people, like shout out to those people that were like upstairs, because there was like full on like watch parties going on. So
like they were hyped. Oh
Well,
yeah, I saw George's comment that they were like, oh yeah, we were on the third
look at
floor during this
This is on
moment.
like one of the other floors.
What?
There's like people sitting around the TVs watching.
Bro,
That's crazy, right?
That is tight.
And I think this is what, like, one thing that we didn't expect, because I think I knew that people were going to come out for the battle, right? But
Yeah.
I didn't realize there would be so many people that were there for the battle. I thought, because there's the panel talk, there's the
Yeah,
other stuff,
crazy.
there might be a lot of people that want to come through. But like even the people on the other floors were like sitting around the TV. So if we knew people were going to be that desperate to watch the battle rather than just doing like the nail thing,
The activities.
we might have made like bigger screens or like, you know what I mean? Something like that we could do.
But you can now take that into
Exactly. It's only
consideration
good
for the
stuff. Like,
rest.
as I keep saying this to people, but it's like there's some people that like their experience wasn't perfect because they couldn't see, or that.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that's unfortunate for you, but it makes us look really good.
Yeah.
Because it's like now we have a case next time to say all these people had, you know, bad like views or whatever. I'm saying next time, if there is a next time, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's like it looks really good that it's like we need to do this. Like there's such a demand for it, you know. So I just think it's a dope thing, and not only for. This is the thing, you never know who's watching this shit, because Nike are like, we are used to like our community being kind of self-enclosed, but it's like that event for sure. There's other people, other brands being like, oh shit, they pulled off a big event. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, you never know who else, other brands, other people with money that are seeing that and go, oh, well, maybe I could put, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all of these things, like when it goes well, it really brings other opportunities. So it's like, shout out to everyone for like showing up, and even like, you know, people skipped work or like skipped school. Although
Slayer, I was thinking,
I do not condone that. We don't ask any questions that we don't want answers to. But we would never condone missing school, although thank you for doing it. Yeah, so anyway, just so happy and a bit overwhelmed.
Satisfied?
Yeah, but I'm always like, I want more. Like I had a couple of days of being proud, and now I'm like, all right, what's next?
Now you want,
like, how can we build? How can we do more? How can we do? On the night, like I almost cried 3 times.
When? The first time you wanted to cry is when you saw me.
Yes.
The second time was when you saw.
No, there was one time when it first, because I was stressing. I slept maybe like 2 hours the night before. I couldn't sleep. I was like, stressed.
but I imagine it's a big event.
But then when the prelims started going and like the music was going off and like everyone was gassed and just feeling it, I was like, oh, this is going to be a fucking good event. Like we did it kind of thing. Like I felt like in the first Hip Hop Drilling Grime like prelims, it was like the first 3 or 4, the songs were just good and people were getting gas. I was like, we've been open 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And people, like the vibe is sick already. I was like, oh my God, by the tonight, it's going to be through the roof. Yeah. And I was like, I got emotional. I was like, fuck, it worked. Because also like the thing for me is like, I'm very confident in my ideas. But at this, and even like with what I say on the pod and stuff, I'm very confident, but I'm also in my head, I'm also like, but what the fuck do I know?
Yeah,
like, I'm just like, I think I'm right, but I don't know. Yeah. And then you see it and I'm like, without kind of being too much like big headed on myself, but I was like, this is exactly why I fought for this. That's why I fought for 2 DJs. That's why I fought for like styles of music rather than the thing, because I knew this would happen. And I'm watching the dancers like,
oh, and it's working.
It fucking worked exactly how I thought it would work. Like I was right. So it's like a real like, a wave of like validation of like, fuck, maybe I do know what I'm talking about now and then, you know? And it just made me emotional. I was like, fuck, it's working. And then there was another time, I can't remember.
One of them must be in finals somewhere. Like during the
one of
end
those
of
rounds
the day.
that blew up, I was like, I can't believe this is so good.
Yeah.
Like it was just somewhere in there. And then I started getting tired. And then when Jenny was saying all the thank yous and being like, oh, Luke's worked so hard to do, and it's just like, oh my God, it just made me start thinking about like all the fucking shit I've done to get there. All the podcasts I've done, all the like work I've done for free, all the nights I've been up till 4 a.m. doing shit that I'm not getting paid for. Like, and I'm like, fuck, that's why I did that. It's for this. You know what I mean? And
Oh,
like,
wow, you even had that whole...
Oh, yeah. Because she was like, oh, like, you know, Luke's worked so hard to like do this and put this thing on the scene and, you know, try and build this thing for this. And I was just having flashbacks of like, yeah, fuck it. And it was just making me like emotional. But yeah, love you, everyone. Thank you so much. And I don't know how many people that were at the battle actually listened to this. I wish there was 1,000 people listening to this.
Maybe 20.
Yeah.
And you're just
we get more than 20 views these days, all right? Not many more, but but no, yeah, thank you guys all for that. There are a few questions.
Yes,
that
let's bring them up. Do you want me to read so you can answer?
Sure. Wait, no, because there's some in there that you shouldn't read. No, you can read them, but not read out.
Actually, then I don't think. Well, then do
only
you know
the one from Abe's. The only
Bro,
the ones from Abe.
These are the ones that everybody wants to.
No, you can read them, but don't say it out loud. You'll see why.
Okay.
I'll try and make this quick.
What made you decide on the music categories?
Well, we shared something about this, but on the capsule, there's a reel of me talking on the pod in this very position, holding this very gun right here. And anyway, but basically I was saying that All Stars battles are bullshit, which is hilarious that I ended up running one. But
true, yeah, but I know what you mean.
And like it's funny because
it's a very much love and hate relationship with All Stars. It's like
and you know the dancer Wally who entered.
Yeah.
He messaged me saying like at the battle he was thinking about that reel before we even shared it. He was like, I remember that reel.
Wow.
That I was saying that, and he's like, I was thinking like, how funny is this that you ended up running one?
Yeah.
But it's like basically for those that haven't seen it, the reel I was saying is like All Stars battles are bullshit because they don't make sense. Like what we usually have is just a random bunch of songs.
Yeah.
We have like a popper versus a hip hop dancer or a popper versus a breaker, and we have no judging criteria. So we just say who's better on this dancehall song, and it's like based on what? It doesn't mean anything. And I said in the reel, the only way that it makes sense is if you do it based on who moves better and who sits on the music better, and you do the All Stars battle based on what the music is. And funnily enough, like I had that sat in the back of my head I was like, if I ever did an All Stars battle, the only way I think All Stars battle works is you do a judging criteria and tell them what to judge on.
Yeah.
And you do it based on the style of music. So it's like a hip hop battle a hip hop music All Stars battle. So you can do any styles, but you have to dance to the type of music, like what we did basically.
Yes.
Right. So that was like in my head, I was like, I'm passionate about this. The only way All Stars battles really, really work to like for them to be enjoyable and not just feel. Because what I feel like, and what me and Abe were saying in that reel as well, is that All Stars battles feel like a money grab. Like you're the only okay, if I do hip hop, the poppers won't come and the lockers won't come, but if I do All Stars, everyone will come.
Everybody comes.
But it's not how it works. Is nobody feels catered to because everyone feels like, oh, you're just saying All Stars so that we'll all come, but then this is not fun for any of us.
And also a very important part, when you see All Stars, you actually never know the music that they're gonna play. Because it might be the cheesy music.
Exactly.
It might be hip hop and experimental hip hop. And that's just like, I've seen those things happen. It might be very rarely good
music.
Yeah, well, no, I think what Red Bull are doing it. They're
sure.
Their events are good.
Yeah, I think even with Red Bull, there's still moments where they go for the silly. Like they'll play a Spice Girls or they'll play...
They do, but then that is old style, so you can't be... But it does work.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But yes, so that's another thing. Sometimes when I read old styles, I'm thinking, but like, what is it? What are they going to play?
And the thing is, all styles, notoriously in our community, I think a lot of people are going to agree, all styles puts off the purists. If you're if you're a house head...
Then you're
like, no, fuck all styles. If you're a popping like purist, you're not coming for all styles. But that's what I was gassed about with this. It's like you had Turbo, you had Joel, you had some of these like purists and OGs who are like wanting to, even, you know, people like, even to be honest,
they came in for the shmoney.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that too also maybe. But like, I think there was people there that like, you know, and could go off, you know. It's like you had Slayer doing rounds to house that were like still solid popping rounds. They just weren't to house. Like he didn't have to be silly or do it, you know, like half of Kane and Carl's rounds are what they would do in a hip-hop battle. It just, it's not the point of that you have to do random shit, it's just that you get to dance on other types of music. Anyway, so that was the reason why. What was the original question? Why did we do that?
Why did you
because that's always been something that's in my head of that's how All Stars Battle work. And then Nike were like, we want to run this thing, and I was like, they were like, do you have any thoughts or ideas? And I was like, I have a concept
actually.
And they said, cool, let's do it.
Awesome. Next question.
Hit me.
Personal favorite rounds or moments?
Slayer against you.
Well, so basically just Slayer's moments, because...
No, well, that one round of his, that
exactly. So be very specific. Don't freaking lie.
Yeah, when he when he went off. TC's final was sick. Sick. Seeing I mean, Harry had some great rounds. Kane had some great rounds. Carl had some great rounds. I love all three of them.
Yeah. They come in a package.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they do, but maybe they should.
I mean, Harry on Sprinter was nice because I fucking love that song.
Yeah.
And I was like gassed to see that. Some of the tracks that Glade played were great, but yeah, maybe Slayer, the ones that on social media went, obviously I chose them, so that's why, but like Slayer's round, that one. Quake had a nice round in the Afro where he got everyone gassed.
Yeah.
I think my favourite rounds are probably the same as a lot of other people's favourite rounds.
Yeah. I remember one that you haven't mentioned.
Yeah, go on.
It was I don't remember his name. And I'm sorry for that because I know him.
Yeah.
But he did the Afro dancehall pre-selections. And he got everyone hyped. But he's like, I think his main style is dancehall, but he does hip hop from time to time. He like trains with Karen, I think. Maybe he even does Afro, I think.
What does he look like?
I actually think he's the, oh no.
Not the Indian dude.
Yeah.
Adish.
Adish.
Yeah.
Adish.
Yeah, Indian guy. Yeah.
It must have been his pre-selection.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, Afro, okay. Because I was like, because to be fair, and for me to say it, that's not a good look on me. But when Afro and dancehall category was on, I was like, I don't even know if it's dancehall or Afro. Because the way, like the movement, there's some similarities where I was like, I don't even, or maybe people were mixing them and I was just, but I think his, that round was like a lot great. Based on dancehall, but yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, sick.
That was crazy.
Crazy.
Right. Did everything go as planned? And did everything go as planned?
Yeah, pretty much.
No surprises?
It was just with the line and like the kind of check-in process being, I think it could have been quicker. I would have liked it to be quicker in my ideal world.
Yes.
But, you know, it's not, we didn't know, I think, or like, you know, there's a million different things going on that we all had to coordinate. So I think the amount of things that went right is like amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, did everything go to plan? Almost everything went to plan, pretty much. And the things that didn't go to plan were not far off plan. So it's like like I said, the Nike team and the XYZ event team, insanely good. Like I cannot believe how well it went, and they had everything covered before I even knew.
Because that's professional. Because sometimes we have to be honest. Some things that we do, we just do it based on you know I'm in this culture. I like it.
And it's
I've
like
done
just
some
some
battles.
person.
I just
It's
want
like, oh, this is my friend Dave.
Exactly.
He's going to do the tech setup.
And I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
And they are actually professional event organizers or agencies, and they know what they want and how they look, and they have the budget. That's another important thing.
Yes, to pay these professionals.
Yeah,
there was like a different team for, like, there was one team for tech, there was one team for sign it. Like,
I saw the huddles, before they were like, discussing how things will go and stuff. So obviously there were a lot of people that were not even behind the scenes because they were very visible, but you wouldn't even think, but they were just normal men, like normal men on cameras, on tech, on like real sound, on stuff. Would you do anything differently?
We could do with a bigger venue. If I knew that many people were going to come. Yeah. Bigger venue, more seats. But, the Nike Town thing is very special. Oxford Circus is very meaningful. So that's difficult to say. Like, maybe I'd do it next time. I do things differently. If I was to do this one again, if I was to do this one again, I'd just have bigger screens upstairs and have it like proper ability for people to do watch parties. I'd maybe move the panel talk to in the daytime so it wasn't happening at the same time. Yeah. Besides that, maybe not. I think everything went fucking great. I'm really happy with how a lot of it went.
So let's say if you were to do this again next year, would you stick with the same categories? Would you?
I was considering this, but I think so.
Would you try to introduce a new one or swap, or just stay with?
I think keep it and let it rock. Like I think. I don't know. Like without going into too much of a like speech, I think this is one thing that I really think we need more of. Like, we have all these things based on like the styles of dance, but everything about our dance evolved because of the music. Like the Jack in House. Preach! Like the Jack in House came because of house music. The hit in popping became because of the snare in funk. Like, these aren't things that existed outside. And now I think because we have like now battle beats and just all sorts of others, there's foundations that don't necessarily correspond to the music as much.
No, but that's very obvious. Like the newer generation, they very obviously dance as the music sounds nowadays. Like the
music has changed, which is natural. It's going to happen.
It's like that's how I see.
This is where the problem becomes, because then the OGs are asking these young kids to bounce in their hip hop dance. They're saying, "Oh, you're not bouncing enough in hip hop." But it's like the songs don't ask me to bounce, so I can't not dance to the music. So I'm not going to bounce if there's no bounce in the track. So then now you see when we play grime and drill and stuff, it's like or when we play house and it's like you're dancing. I don't care about you doing the foundations or showing me all the different moves you've learned and all the boxes you've ticked and I know this OG and he taught me this move. I don't give a fuck about that. It's like what. No, but it's like I don't give a fuck about it. It's like the reason those foundations are even important is because they're supposed to connect you to the music. So if you don't connect to the music, and you're doing those foundations, you're just doing them out of a sense of obligation to, I'm going to do the foundations because it's what everyone tells me I have to do, not because they're useful. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, we can disagree on that one, but because we already had this conversation about this. Yeah, one of the times, because I do think that it's important, because for me, it's just the same way you would learn a language. You learn your ABCs, then you learn mom, dad, and so on, and then you put the sentences together. So the foundation is very useful, because if hip hop wasn't hip hop, then it would be ballet. Like if anything was anything, then it would be anything. But I completely understand the change of it and the evolution of dance because of music. I see it. But however, if you claim to say that that's the dance that you do, then you must know your foundations, because that's your ABCs. But in all styles battles,
No, but I'm not saying some don't know your foundations. In socks, I'm saying,
and I was okay with it.
No, I'm not saying don't know your foundations. I think the foundations are great, but when the music starts departing from the foundation, all I'm saying is bring the music back to where it's supposed to be, not forget the foundations, if that makes sense. Like, those foundations should develop naturally. I should want to bounce. Like, you shouldn't have to tell me I have to bounce in hip hop. Like, the fact that we have to lecture kids about bouncing in hip hop is not that they're not listening, is that the music fucking sucks. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but like, but what do you mean? Like, if someone didn't know what hip hop is, like when I started hip hop, I didn't know about bounce.
But,
I didn't.
Yeah, but
know
if I put
about-
on a good song, like the natural thing is to bounce.
maybe, but like I mean, I'm from Lithuania. The natural thing would have been
Yeah,
it wouldn't even been the bounce.
But no,
So
but I just
some
think
people
I'm
need
just
to-
passionate about the fact that it's like
I can tell.
the foundation, the foundations. I think it's like, imagine like not dancing with a jack in house. It's like you can't, because it's like that's it just happens
Yeah, it's the
anyway.
basis, yeah.
And that's what should happen for the bounce. So like the groove of popping, you shouldn't, like people that don't have a groove in popping, it's like if you put on like a good funk song, it's like hard not to have that groove in your
No, but I think
dance. I'm not talking about foundations in terms of vocab. I'm talking about it in terms of like the foundation of what makes it the dance.
The dance.
And not just doing moves.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, vocab is different. Of course, you're going to learn like what the running.
So we
man
were
is
talking
and-
about foundation or vocab. Which one?
I'm talking about like the foundation of the dance. So like in hip hop, I think there's the foundation, which is the bounce and the rock, and then the
there's
vocab, which
yeah,
is
but to each
the running
style,
man. Sure, the running man and all that you have to learn and you have to be taught that. But in order to bounce to hip hop, which is the foundation of what hip hop is, and to rock on hip hop, you shouldn't have to tell people that. Like that
No, you
should be
should. You should.
automatic.
If they don't know,
No, but I'm saying, yeah, if you don't know, but like if the music makes you want to do it, you know what I mean? Like you never like sit in a car with a banging song and don't go like this. No one had to teach you to like nod your head when there's a good song.
No. I know, because that's how I teach my classes, and I always say that the head is the one thing that always moves.
Yeah.
But the amount of times that I need to remind and tell people is a very clear indication that it doesn't come natural to everyone. But maybe also in that setup, it's a class, and like if I'm swinging my arms, they're focusing on my arms, but my head is always moving. Let's say. But yeah, I still think that because if you're naturally, if you've seen it around, if I don't know, your friends, your family dance, that probably comes naturally, because that comes with the feel. Like I think we are both equipped enough that when the music changes, the vibe changes. But the same thing was in hip hop. I remember when we started learning like Cat Daddy and Teach Me How to Dougie, that was very different from Running Man that I was practicing on New Jack Swing.
Yeah.
So that was very, very different. But yeah, like because now we're equipped, we're able to adapt to different music. However, if you're only were taught, I don't even know. I think you need to be taught, because you also don't know what.
And I know what you mean, but I think this, I can't explain what I'm trying to say.
Then don't.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Few well dones there. Well
Love
done.
you.
And Abe's, by the way, are fine. Okay, I don't know what you think. This is fine. Crazy, well done. I think that's probably it. That sums up all of the questions.
Really?
Yeah. What, you don't trust me? Is that what you're saying?
I never trust you. But yeah, no, if you're happy.
You never trust me, yet you invite me to sit on this couch in your house.
I love trusting you. You're the best.
You love trusting me.
That's it?
Yeah. I wanted to reply to this, but all I had was fart noises. And I didn't know how to type it.
Fart noises.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Then that's it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
What else then? All right. Now that that's out of the way,
Yeah.
let's talk about other shit.
Let's.
What else happened in this world?
I don't know.
Come on, you always have stupid questions.
Oh,
Or stupid topics.
I known for stupid questions?
Yeah, like fun questions. Come on.
Well, firstly,
now you got to come up with some off the top of your head. Now that that's, as I just wanted to get through the Nike stuff.
Yeah,
and now we can have fun.
Yeah, let's have fun now.
Yeah, come on then.
Firstly,
biscuit
I've
while I'm
noticed your socks, and I was questioning them the entire time.
Why? What about them?
Because do you not have short socks? Why do you have to do this?
I have some short shorts.
And why do you have to do this, actually?
They're not clean. Why do I have to fold them down?
Yes.
I don't like when my socks are all the way at my ankle.
Why?
It feels weird.
It's the right way to do it.
No, I like them like this. So when
You're
they're too
gross.
long, when they're too long, I fold them down.
You didn't. That's the one thing that I don't like when
What?
the ankles are showing. You
What?
do that. Because why do you want to show it off? Why do you want to show off that bone? Why?
I don't like my shoes with socks coming out of it. It might be about the trousers I wear. Like, it looks better when you don't see my socks.
No, it always looks better with the socks.
Disagree.
Right. So then
I've done that forever. I've folded my socks out. Or like I buy
need to change.
ankle socks. Definitely not changing.
So
guys,
what
poll in the comments. Do you fold your socks? Do you have short
no
socks
one does.
or do you have ankle
No one does.
socks?
Some people just buy shorter socks. They
And what,
don't
you pull
do
your
the,
socks up the whole time?
Bro,
Like
all
a
the time,
loser.
every time. No loser here.
Like an ankle
I
hiding.
only
What are you
wear-
embarrassed of your ankles for? I'm proud of my ankles.
These are my ankles. The only time I wear short socks is at home. Because they are pagan socks. Not the good socks. So if
You know where I actually started doing this? Folding my socks over.
Because you're
completely
cheap?
honest. No, not even.
So you don't wash them, you just wear them twice?
No, that's
Yeah.
not true. But like the reason why I started folding these over for some reason is like, so for those that don't know, my parents were gymnasts and my dad was a gymnastics coach. I used to go trampolining class every week. And like for some reason, everyone in trampoline class used to
Just do it?
fold it. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it's a
I don't even know
trampoline
if it's
thing
like
or
a
it was just,
yeah.
they would just, to do trampoline, they would fold their socks over like that.
That's interesting because what's the function for it?
No idea. It might just be the people that happen to be in that class. It might not be even a trampolining thing. But I took it from them. I know that for sure.
All right. So then question is,
Go.
if you're wearing white shoes, can you wear black socks?
If no one sees them and their ankle.
That's the wrong answer. That's so gross.
White shoes with black socks.
Basically,
but if
white
no one
socks
sees them-
all the time.
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
Firstly,
These are just 'cause
buy the white socks.
I'm being lazy and my shit.
Secondly, don't even try to put black socks on with white trainers. What?
But if they're folded down like this and no one's going to see them.
Well, then I see your ankles, which is also gross.
No, my ankles are great.
No,
I have
I've
sexy
seen them
ankles.
and I don't like them.
No, you love them.
No.
Look how much you can't stop looking at them. That's why you love them so much. Come on, look, I'll give you a little peek.
Okay, so fun topics, right? Why did you do this to me?
Because you
I
always
prepared-
come up with great topics.
I know, but then I
ones that
prepared-
aren't going to get us in trouble.
Oh, well,
Slash
that's
me in trouble.
That's
That's a harder to ask, yeah.
difficult. No, the thing is that I prepared last week and I did such a
Yeah, you did do a good job. That's a good pod.
Well, let's see what people think once they see it because
That's true.
they might just think that I'm crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's why it's a good pod.
I'm trying. Well, I don't know. Now I need to think. You put me on the spot. You need to. Oh, okay. Good one.
Go
I know.
I'm gonna look up other stuff.
So I saw, Nikita from Ukraine. He is now based in Paris.
No.
Nikki Pop.
Oh, yeah.
Nikita. Yeah. So I saw him post a story and saying something that was very, very interesting. And I need to remind myself exactly what he said because I don't want to confuse myself. But he basically, I think what he said mainly is that, there's always a lot of hype about winners. So let's say if there's an event, there's a lot of hype about, oh, he won equals must be good equals the greatest, And some people forget about other people that maybe were at the same event, or I'm interpreting, by the way, what he said. I just, to explain. Or even some people that don't go to events as much, or maybe just did the pre-selections and didn't go through and so on. And he said that I think he's quite annoyed at the fact that that's the case. But the reason why he thinks it is very interesting. And it's something that I never thought about. And he said that he sees that happening in Europe. And he said that not a lot of European dancers have students, which is like an interesting thing. So I think what he meant that top European dancers don't always have students. Or a lot of students, meaning that probably they are the ones traveling, they are the ones, going doing things. And they don't have that sort of small community to hype up and to tell us that, oh, they're good and they're this and they're that, which I thought is an interesting point.
I'm not sure I understand.
Hate you.
Wait.
Why do you have to do this to me? Did you even listen? No, you didn't,
listen.
because you were on your phone.
I'm listening. I'm looking for more
right.
things because you didn't prepare. I'm joking. I didn't prepare.
Yeah, thank you, because...
I love annoying you.
Well, that's easy.
Okay, wait.
People in Europe most of the time hyping just winners and not really their friends or students. Because most of European people don't have students though. That's why the culture is dying. It's dying. And I care more about teaching and students and my community than on winning shit.
Okay.
But that's why I'm confused. So he said because people don't have students, they hype the winners. I don't understand the connection.
I think you're trying to be very logical and like, make it. I think I don't know if that's what he meant exactly, because obviously I also just watched the video, but I thought it's interesting that, well, firstly, do we agree? Let's dissect. Firstly, do we think that top dancers don't have students, or they don't have
I don't think that's true. I think they do.
They think, because I don't know, maybe they are the ones that travel so much that they just don't have the regular classes.
Also, maybe we don't see them. We don't know who's taught by who. Like,
yeah, but that's maybe one of the points, because he says he likes to hype his students up, and he's very much based on, you know, he loves the probably the community aspect. But then then we don't see them. But why don't we see them? Is it because
well, I think also maybe it's a change of the times, but I feel like it used to be maybe more that like you have one teacher and that's your teacher and that's who you learn everything from.
Yeah, that's definitely it would have been a crime. I mean, in Lithuania, it would have been a crime to just That's unthinkable to go to a different studio. And I think it's still very much the case. But yeah, I think times are changing. People are not so fixed. People are not even that much fixed on one style.
No.
They might be focused on one style, but they still take different classes.
Yeah, and I think like people are like, have multiple, like if you ask me, like I don't credit anyone with being my teacher, like who, if you said, oh, who trained Luke in dance, it's like there's no one person, but there are multiple people that like gave me a lot, like Kashmir, Clara, Turbo, Renegade, Kofi at times. Like there's a million, like there's a million people who I could say I learned a lot from in my dance, you know, but it doesn't mean that I credit them with being my teacher, that I just learned a lot from them. So it's like, and that's what I would credit with being why I like my dance now, is because I learned from everyone and picked what made me good. There was no one that I was like, oh, they're in a different crew, so I'm not going to learn from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think is more than nowadays generation, is like you don't train with one person, like you learn from loads of different people. So they might not have students, but everybody learns. Like there's a good, I think our generation has a good like passing down of knowledge, even if they don't have one specific student, they do pass on the knowledge. No?
I guess, I don't know. I think that has definitely changed, that's for sure. Because there were more politics involved back in the day.
Yeah, I think people are much more open.
How crazy back in the day, I said.
Oh, it could be, like 20 years ago.
I mean, well, yeah, I don't
Even
know about 20
years
years ago. Yeah, maybe 10 years ago. But yeah, there were probably more politics. So maybe then that's just what it is. I mean, yeah, it's hard to, maybe it's a bit hard to understand what he meant, but it was interesting.
Yeah. That's true.
And I mean, do people, let's say from my perspective of kind of being an outsider, both insider in the scene, I definitely see a pattern of people hyping, which is only normal and only makes sense, that people very much support their friends and support the crews and people around them. And that is quite obvious, like even in battles, like even if it's a battle. And I mean, yeah, if I was battling, I don't know who, Quake, and I didn't have any of my friends, which is 2. So
I better be one of those 2.
So it would be very obvious, you know, because they are very much the UPG. They are very supportive of themselves. I mean, of each other. Yeah. But then I'm just, you know, you told me to come up with stuff. I'm trying to come up with that.
It's good. I'm just replying.
But I think that's quite obvious a lot of times. I think in UDO, the same thing must happen. Studio is for a studio. And then maybe you're not super excited, or you're not even paying attention for someone else that is.
I mean, Yeah.
But that's normal.
I think that's just normal life.
Yeah, I think that's normal. Yeah,
It's
like how do you
It's like saying, oh, football fans don't support both teams. It's like, they're fans of one team.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly. But I think, it's in our community is very much, peace, unity, love.
Yeah, I think people have that, like,
that's why
idealistic. But we should all feel like this is a welcoming, because you know what is hard with dance is like, you have the artsy community, and then you have the competitive sport community mixed. And like in competitive sport, there's not that. It's not like, oh, let's all celebrate each other. We want this to feel like a safe space. It's like, no, I want to fucking smoke you at basketball or whatever. And in the arts community, it's not about competing. It's about you're valid and I'm also valid, and that's fine. And it's like, I love both of those things together. It's like, yeah, you're both valid, but I still want to beat you. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
So I think it's like those people, when they cross over, sometimes they're like, oh, we don't like how you only support one person and not the other. And it's like, yeah, well, we don't like how you just want to hold hands and sing Kumbaya and do daisy chains with each other. You know what I mean? It's like, are we here to compete or we're not here to compete? Yeah. And they're like, well, we're here to exchange. And it's like, well, it's kind of both. It's an art form and it's a sport. So it's like,
yeah.
And it's a competition. The whole point is to win. So it's like, you can't blame the people who want to win from trying to win in a competition. You know
No. And you can see it in battles as well. Sometimes someone would play all the battle tactics and then the other person would just be super chill and they don't like it and stuff. And but I even had that where I would catch myself thinking, what is he doing? Like, what is this, all of this game, that might look funny to me. But then I remember, like, I do it from time to time if I'm feeling it. And maybe just because today I'm feeling more of a, I'm nice. I can just smile. It's fine. So that can also play out in that. But yeah, that's definitely changing in that, in the sense of, which is maybe a good thing, because that it means that if people they don't belong to one teacher, one studio, that makes them more accepting of others, because there's no bias or there's no
stopping you from learning from other people. It's like if I was learning popping from someone, and when you had like your AIM class or something, I wouldn't be like, don't go and learn from, like, I'd be like, if you want to take a class, go learn from Cam, go learn from I wouldn't, you know what I mean? It's like, I think that's like part of the mentality. It's not like, you want to restrict people from learning from other people.
No,
so go where you
not
can
anymore.
learn, and if you want to still be in my crew, cool, but please learn from everyone,
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's your question?
All right, I found some questions.
Thank you. From my fans.
All right, so we've got multiple categories here.
Okay, I choose.
You have to choose, we've got 4 or 5.
4 or 5 categories do I choose, or 4 or 5?
No, so you have to choose a number between 1 and 38.
20.
20?
Yep. Because I am 20.
If money were no object, what's the first thing you'd buy?
Now at the moment would be a house.
Oh, okay.
But that's no surprise.
How sensible.
But otherwise, I would buy a trip for my family, like super luxurious.
Fair.
Maybe not a private plane, but like first class.
Yeah.
Somewhere where I don't know, but somewhere crazy, private island maybe. Pineapples are already cut on the tree. Like stuff like that. That's the first thing that I would do if it wasn't a house. You?
Oh, literally the first thing I would buy would probably be
your dignity.
Yes. Don't have enough money for that. No, if money were no object, I'd probably buy, maybe a house also, but probably a car.
What?
House and then car.
Yeah.
And then trip.
I wanted to say.
Yeah, those would be like first 3 things. It's like, because house is like, living in London, being our age, it's like, it's a no-brainer. You have to
buy a house.
If you get rich, you have to buy a house.
You always have to buy a house, by the way, even if you're not in London, guys.
True, it's just impossible in London.
Stuff together,
But then, I think like, definitely I'd want to go on a celebration trip with friends, but I'd buy a fucking nice car. I'd buy like an SUV or something, like a sexy one.
Okay.
That's what I want to do anyway at some point, but I just have to earn enough money to do it. All right, give me another number between 1 and 38. Let's do another
13. One. I like these.
Are you a good gift giver?
I actually just told someone that I am.
Why?
But because I think I'm. But am I? That's not that because I said it.
If you ever
but
bought
I
me a
could
gift, I'd tell you.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So people that I have gifted, I think I always, firstly, I probably know their taste, so I can find something that they like. And another thing, I know few of like, I know I'm quite involved in the commercial aspect of, this brand is popping on this or this. And people are normally quite happy with the gifts that I
Because you know what's like a good brand. And
because I know... Yeah, but that's not a flex. That just means that
no, but you work in luxury beauty.
Yeah,
so it's
I
like
do.
you have some knowledge of that.
So maybe that's why. But also, I'm sure that I've given some rubbish gifts and like.
What's your mentality when buying a gift? Is it like what you would like to receive, so then you buy it, or you think of what would the person want?
It's both. It's both. Sometimes I just think, oh, can I surprise them and like come up with something that is just
like they didn't even know they were
crazy. Yeah. So I've done these, but I think most of the time I think, is it practical? Can I see them using it, wearing it? Yes, I can. And I buy it.
Sick.
Yeah.
Fair. Next category.
Yeah.
Another number between 1 and 38. You can reuse the same numbers if you want.
36. I love these.
Oh, this isn't good. Do you sing in the shower?
No, not very much. No.
No, I don't either.
Do I sing in the shower? No. My sister used to.
I watch YouTube videos in the shower.
Bro, my brother does that and I call him crazy for that.
Because we have like the shower is here, and then if you're facing with your back to it, you have like a shelf. So I put my phone on the shelf and I put a YouTube video on and I watch it while I shower.
But you know, like I say that's crazy, but then we all take our phone to the toilet, which is like, we can never have a break. So like what does
but I'm like, I'm standing there for 10 minutes. Like I want to at least watch something.
But does it not annoy you that you're like sort of hearing it and then not hearing it, and then like if you miss something you need to
No, but I'm like mostly I spend most of the time just standing under the water, like with my arms crossed, just like letting the water and then I'm like, all right, time to like actually wash and get out. Like I do that.
Do you wash your feet when you get in the shower?
I love this argument.
Oh
no,
God.
I don't. No, feet I would
shoot me.
Feet I would if like if I need to wash my feet. No, but like, you know, people that are like, oh, like this is like, I don't know.
Do
if this
you
is
use what is it called?
A loofah? No.
A loofah.
I just put shower gel on my hand and use my hands.
Ra-ta-ta, Jenny.
I'm not that disgusting.
Let's go to Pound Lounge.
This is all you need to do. People that, first of all, here's the thing that I hate. I don't mind having this debate, but I really hate people that are like, oh, you need to shower in the way that I shower. It's like, do I smell? Am I hygienic? Shut the fuck up. Like, I also have the same thing with food. Like, I really don't like people commenting on my food. I don't know where I got this from. It really drives me, like in a real way, it drives me up the wall.
But like, what comment? Like, oh, like, why do you eat this?
What's that smell? Or like, I'm like, this is my food. Like, stop talking. Or like, oh, what did you get? Like, oh, you've got that. Oh, did you share? I don't really like meatball. I'm like, shut up. Just it's like a private thing to me almost. Even if we're sitting opposite each other.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Don't be like, guys, those meatballs look really like soft. Like, are they like? Shut up! Stop describing my food.
Being judgmental more.
Yeah, about my food. It's like, it's my personal choice of what.
Yeah.
No, because like we make jokes about what I eat or something like that, and I don't mind it. But it's just more like.
No, we make jokes how you eat, because you eat
true.
so fast. I don't care what you eat.
Yeah.
It's that you inhale.
That is
inhale. Literally, his mouth like opens up this wide and just sucks the whole plate.
I do it way too quick, and then I complain afterwards that my stomach hurts.
Yeah. Okay, so
no, but it's the same for me as with the showering thing. It's like when it's like a funny debate, fine. When people are actually like, "Oh my God, that's so weird," it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, stop telling me how to shower. I'm a grown up. Like, you know what I mean?
You are, but also there's dead skin. You need
it's also
to
like,
get
don't tell
rid
me how
of
to
it.
drive. Don't tell me like, shut up.
Wow, you don't like any advice whatsoever.
No, but I just hate when people, you know, again with the driving thing, people that don't have a license that comment on my driving.
Yeah.
Please get out and walk. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, Luke's not a good driver or something. It's like,
no, you're decent. I've always felt safe.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I think as a passenger, like as a passenger, because I don't know how to drive just yet. But I've been a passenger my whole life, so I've got the experience. I think the only thing is, do you feel safe or do you not feel safe? Because there are people that I wouldn't want to get in the car again with.
And I don't think it's a case of driving fast or slow. Like, I drive fast, but hopefully it's like I drive fast safely. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I wouldn't even say that you're super
I'm not too
super
crazy.
fast. Yeah.
Now I'm not. When I first passed my test, I was a bit crazy.
Oh, good. I didn't know you then, so it doesn't matter. Yep. Next.
Give me another
12.
number. All right. Would you rather have the ability to fly or to teleport?
Bro, next one. That's such a shitty question.
Answer it
16. Teleport.
So these are all like easy questions. Like, do you have a favorite TV show? What's your favorite TV show right now?
I like. Well, I've just finished Selena. But before that, I watched The Office, and that was probably the third time in my life that I watched it. I like. Yeah. If I'm not a big watcher, to be honest, I watch YouTube more than I watch Netflix. But I like very goofy, quirky shows.
Or shows that make you cry.
Oh, but it's easy to make me cry. I can cry.
Same.
Yeah, I'm super sensitive. Like my mom would always say that she could just watch me and know what the movie is about.
Oh, right, because of how you react.
I react. And then me and my friend, we went to Terminator 3, was it? And we watched it in the cinema, and he said that he never had an experience like this before, because I am so, like, I know that it's a film. I know that Cruise is jumping. He does his own stunts, but I know that it's safe and stuff, you know, fairly
That's
safe.
definitely not Terminator then.
But I'm like, oh.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Yeah. I was like, what? But I get so involved in their lives that it's just my blood boils. And he's like, I've never watched a film with anyone that is that just gets that I'm in the film.
Sick.
Let's
go watch a movie. I've never watched a movie with you.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, let's talk about it later.
Okay, so these are more personal ones.
Yes, I like personal.
Give me more numbers.
Close.
Out of 38, go.
10.
Have you ever had an epiphany?
Whoa, good one.
Like a solid, like realization of something big.
I think, so firstly, I would say no, because that, to me, epiphany, I'm thinking like eureka moment, you know, you found out that gravity is gravity, like something like that. So I never had that, because I'm just not that smart. But I've definitely had very great moments where just, it clicks. Whoa, like, and let's say I even knew, even in dance, that happens to me, like, I would do the thing over and over again. And I'm doing it, by the way, but someone would say it or explain it. And I go, that is what I'm doing. That does make sense. So I have these moments.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll accept.
Thank you.
Another number.
9.
Nah, not that one. Do another one.
2.
Do you think you're a friendly person?
No. Make this as a real. No, I don't think. Okay.
But you know what's so funny is like, I think you are. Like, this is what I love about you. This is the one thing why I really love you. And it's why I always tell you I love you and stuff like that. Because I love the difference between how you think you are and how you really... Because it's like, you're always like... No, I'm just very like to the point and straight and blah, blah. And like, I just say how it is and I'm just like this and that, like, blah, blah. And then I'm like, I see inside you that you're such a like lovey, carey person, but you have this like external thing. So that's why I love to like break that. Like, I love to be like, no, I love you. And you're like,
I know,
and then you'll be like,
love you too.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, so what's next? And I'm like, no, Camilla, I love you. And you're like, yeah, okay. Well, anyway, so another subject is, I love doing that because I'm like, underneath that, no, you appreciate it, but you just don't like show it.
No, I
think you're friendly at heart. It's just like you don't have the like, you're more maybe selective about who you open up with. Definitely,
I'm quite selective, but I also think, and can anyone relate? Please, I hope that you can, because sometimes I don't feel normal, because I would think, this is who I am. Let's say, there was a day when I heard from 3 different people, you included, that I'm very direct. I'm like, okay, so 3 people have said that. Well, that must be true. And I do think that I'm quite direct, and I've heard this comment about me that I don't say anything that is unnecessary. Yeah. Which is, I don't know how, because I talk so much. But I would think that about myself, you know, and I'm like, I'm direct. And I say things straight to the point, and I don't, waffle and so on and so on. And then let's say I watch my pod I go, what the hell am I
Yeah,
saying?
but that's the
Like
point of a pod.
yeah, but you know what? Where I don't feel normal, I'm like, this is who I think I am. And then, is this who I am really?
No, but it's not
Same
about
with
like
friendly.
Yeah, go on.
Same thing. I would not say that I'm friendly because I know some people that friendly. They will make you feel comfortable. They will, yes, they're very kind. Of course, I don't think I'm evil, but I'm not someone who always makes the effort to
Sure.
make you comfortable. I can also just be hi and leave and go and not be, so how was your day and this and that. But then when I do ask, I very much like to pay attention to one person and make them feel comfortable. Also, if you're a stranger and I would feel that, oh, I know everyone and you don't know anyone, I would also make it my... But it's difficult. So which one
I think
are
the
you?
hard thing is friendly is subjective. Depends friendly to who. Because I really appreciate the directness of it. Like that makes me love you more because you'll just say something and I'm like... I've said this to you before in
Yes,
person,
you
but
have
like
said this.
I always know where I stand with you.
Yeah.
Because if ever I'm like being annoying or doing something that you actually don't like I know we tease each other and do
Yeah.
I know if there's ever a moment where I say something that crosses a line with you or do something, you just be like, don't do that anymore, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, cool. And then you'd be like, so anyway, what's for dinner? Like you wouldn't
Yeah, I would never make it.
you would never like, because what I don't like from people is when they play games or like they're like, oh cool, and then they get really like shitty with you for a week and then you're like, what's wrong? And you're like, well, you said that one thing 2 weeks ago and now I'm like, oh my god, just say it and let's move the fuck on.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you're annoying me, which you've probably said to me at points. It's like, I would like to stop talking now. And then it's like, cool, and now I understand I can do it and then we can have a great friendship. Like I love that. So for me, you're friendly because, and you're like, it's caring almost because it's like, I want you to be direct so that we can have a good friendship. And I don't have to worry ever about putting a foot wrong with you because if I even get close to it, you'll tell me and I can trust you that like, if I do something that's like annoying or whatever, you'll just say it and then I can just fix it and move on. So I don't have to spend our friendship wondering, did I annoy Camilla today? Did I say something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's subjective and some people would hate that. Some people would like, I hate that you're direct.
Yeah, some people would, and I'm sure that they do. But yeah, I think friendly would be someone, that's why I wouldn't consider myself friendly. I think friendly would
like
be someone
outgoingly.
that, like they would make the effort to just be so nice to you and I wouldn't. So
Okay,
therefore, but by the way, not all the time. Because that's another thing about humans. We don't have to be one thing all the time. Well, I don't have anything else to say. Oh my gosh, you've told me that we would play this and we never have.
I can't believe we were looking for questions and we didn't bring out We Are Not Really Strangers. Shout out to Tally.
Shout out to Tally.
Because we love Tally. And we've never played this game. So we're not going to play it in the official way of how to play it. But basically we're just going to pull cards and answer them.
Well, I'm pulling one because you have
There's
asked
different
me.
levels and they're all like deeper and deep.
One.
Well,
the deepest one so everybody knows who you are and we.
I think it's this way. Yeah, level.
Oh, this is so fun.
Okay.
You actually used to do that like
On the pod.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
At
it's
the
Tally's thing. Like she introduced me to the game.
I love it.
And there's some that are like you have to do
like these
stuff.
are my favorite games. Like I
they're all
love
mixed.
discussing and finding out more.
Who messed up my cards? Oh my god, someone messed up my cards.
That is the American in you, huh?
Yeah, the fucking American in me from fucking California. Look up number 3 one because they're all mixed up now. I thought they were fucking. Look
It's
for
fine.
number 3.
No, it's fine. I can just choose whichever and then.
And some of them are like you have to do stuff. So if
Great.
if they're all red, then don't read them. Go on.
When
You asking me now only? What about you?
Well,
Are we asking you ones as well?
yeah. Let's ask different ones so we don't get to.
Deal.
When this game is over, what will you remember about me?
Well, we've just fucking started. I don't know. What a terrible one. To start with.
I thought that was great. I
I
just
will
wanted
remember
to know
that you
more
asked the
about-
first question.
Well, okay.
That's probably a task if it's red.
We can do a task. What does my phone wallpaper tell you about me?
Go on. This is a picture of what looks like an old guy in front of some houses.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'm assuming this is a place that you visited.
Yeah. I would also say that it's quite... Well, no. Say what you think about me.
What is it? I don't know, that you...
Like granddads?
Yeah, you like older men.
That's exactly what I said,
Yeah.
that I always fall for younger.
What does it tell me about? I think it tells, because it's not about something, like it's not like something memorable or whatever. I think you're an aesthetic person. You like the way things look. You like, you're like, yeah, I think because it's just like, it's like a wall with some flowers that looks nice. I'm like, you're really like, that's what you want to look at every day, is like something that looks nice.
Nice.
And,
yeah. That's, I would agree. However,
some people have like pictures of their fucking dog and it's a terrible picture, but they love the dog so much that they...
But that's what I wanted to say.
Right.
For ages, when we got Ruben, my dog, it would just be my dog.
I bet it would be a good
cute.
picture. It would be like a specifically taken picture.
She's pretty. But yeah, no, that's true. Okay, next one. I actually realized that I put the cards back in.
This is level 3.
Yes.
Why do you think we met?
Oh, well, okay. I don't think there's a reason, because I don't believe in the...
No,
I
me
don't
neither,
believe in stars aligned and stuff.
But what do you think is like the overall like moral of our friendship, or what do you think I don't know.
That's very good. Thank
Something
you
like
very much for asking. I don't really think there's a reason. There's no like, for me, there's no meant to be. It just happens, so it happens.
Such a Camilla thing to say, yeah.
Yes. But I think that there is meaning behind it.
Okay.
And I think, firstly, we always have great conversations. You're, even though you love to talk as well, you are a good listener.
Oh, that's nice.
You always have good follow-up questions. You are quite vocabulary conversationalist. You sort of tick all the boxes of what a good conversationalist would be. And by the way, I even remember you telling that in the very, very beginning, and I didn't know. I don't think conversationalist is a word. I was like, what was the word? And I Googled it and I sent it to you, and you didn't know what that word is. And then I had to explain to you.
The word conversationalist?
No, it wasn't. It was like I had to Google someone who would have a great conversation to have a great conversation with, and it's like a very specific. Yeah, and I send it to you that's who you are, and you go, "What does that mean?" And then I had to explain it to you. So that really is true, because that was at the very at the very beginning. And also I think you are definitely someone that thinks really good of me. Like you think that I'm a good person, and I know that I sometimes fall into this trap of like, I feel like imposter a lot.
Like you're down on yourself.
Yeah, I think I can be my worst enemy. And then you would always rationalize why I'm okay. And I think that is for me something that I definitely value. And then you invite me here on your sofa when I'm here.
Just so I can
feed
talk
me
to someone
food
about the event that I did.
Yeah. Well, but I was there, you know.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Your turn.
Yes. Oh, I love this. People.
Number 3 is the deepest one, but then there's also 2 on 1, so whatever you feel like.
I don't know what that means. What do you think I'm most likely to splurge on? I don't know what that means.
Like spend money on.
That's obvious.
Shallow. Yeah. Close.
Yes. Thank you. I just bought this.
What number is it?
1.
On the other side. Oh, 1.
Yeah. Oh, finish the sentence.
Okay.
Just by looking.
No.
Nice. Just by looking at you, I think.
Just by looking at me, you'd think.
Bro, no, you finished. So just like you said the sentence, just by looking at you, you'd think.
I'd think. Just by looking at you.
Ew! That's so weird. You have seen me before. But now you're like looking.
Now I'm looking at you. Just by looking at you, I would think you're Eastern European.
But that's so true.
That is true.
I think I look Eastern European. I carry Eastern European energy. That's for sure.
Eastern European chic.
Big EE. Big EEEE. Big
Eastern European energy. No, I think, I would think that you're...
Just say it.
Just by looking at you, I would think you are...
Gross?
No. Like, I would, Eastern European for sure. But also maybe like wholesome in a way. Like I would think that you're like a wholesome.
How nice.
Yeah, like you look like, well, it's true because I know you now, but like I wouldn't look at you walking on the street and be like, yeah, she's probably out at the club, like getting wasted, hitting on guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would feel like you're probably like, I don't know, like, yeah, quite a wholesome person. For better or for worse.
Hopefully for better.
Depends what you're looking for in life.
That's great.
Yeah, you look wholesome.
Thank
Respectable.
you. Respectable.
Yeah.
I love that.
You look like you have a good job. That's
Well, hopefully I do.
Yeah.
I'm starting in December.
Fingers crossed.
It seems that I do. You look like you have a good job.
Oh,
okay.
God. I don't know if I want to ask this one.
I have 10.
What do you think I fear the most?
I think
I don't even know if I want to know the answer.
No, but I think that's probably one that a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But I also know that you're quite you're rational. So I think there's fears that you would just, it's a fear, let's say death.
Yeah, like rational
or death.
Fears.
So I think that would be one of like, and what it means, you know, not having that person and not spending time with them and stuff.
I'm so selfish. I thought you meant my own death. Yeah, also other people. Yeah, sure.
No.
The people I love. Sure. But what about me?
No, I would say no. I meant other people in your life, not you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Or is it the fact that you don't get over 1,000 views?
I mean, that's just a reality. That's not a fear. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can position one as the most or the least.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. But I think the rational thing, you're probably right.
Yeah.
It's probably like a rational fear.
I think so. That's the one that came to my mind.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I forget and I apologize.
It's a level 2. That's a level 2.
Bro, some of these are
just, you're looking at the wrong side. Look for that.
Why? I don't care. I just look for a good question.
Of the one are going to be not good.
What are these questions? Oh, what are you more afraid of, failure or success, and why?
But I think that's a dumb question.
I don't think it's a dumb question. Question. I don't think it's a dumb question because sometimes I think that I'm afraid of success.
Why?
Like I'm afraid to try to do better because I don't know if it's true because it sounds so dumb. Like, how can you be afraid of being better?
Yeah.
But how? If I do something different, I can only succeed. Like in dance, it's a dance pod.
Okay.
If I'm at this point where if I did something that I didn't even feel super comfortable with, it wouldn't probably look the worst just because I have like the muscle memory and stuff, coordination, blah, blah, blah. But I won't risk it for the biscuit. Like in my situation, if I did something different, it would only be a benefit to me because I dance the same all the time.
Well, I don't agree with that, but
come on, can you agree with something?
But you're scared of doing something different and it going wrong and people being like, "Why?"
No, I think that it wouldn't go wrong.
Okay.
I think that I'm at this point where I could do something silly and like take more risks and it would just be fine.
So why don't you?
Because I'm strange.
No, I think you're scared of taking risks, not scared of being successful.
Yeah, maybe.
Because like you're not scared of getting a better job or winning a battle. Like you're not scared of that. You're just scared of doing the risky thing.
That's so true.
Or being different. Like
risky.
What does it mean to not be me anymore? What does it need to break away from what I do?
That's true.
But yeah, that's why I think like it's definitely failure. Like I'm terrified of failure.
Maybe that's your fear.
Yeah, I mean it could be. That's like close up there.
Wow.
More than maybe maybe more than death. It's like because everyone dies, but like not everyone fails.
No, everyone fails.
I mean, yeah, true. It depends I mean, like overarching. Like I fail every day. Like there's always a little fail, but like as in overarching, I fucked up my life. I made nothing of myself. I didn't achieve anything. I'm no one. Like that's terrifying.
That is.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, even with the capsule, stuff like that, it's like, you know, when you put stuff out there that's like, okay, I'm going to put my all into this. It's like, I'm terrified of the capsule failing and like not.
But it won't now. Like you're
only because I'm so scared of it failing that I'm going to work my ass off. You know what I mean? It's like it could. It is very possible that it could. Like if people's businesses fail, podcasts fail. All
yeah,
the time.
I guess. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, next.
What question are you?
Yeah, okay,
yeah, I know, but just because you're not ready, what what question are you trying to answer most in your life right now?
Does Camilla think I'm pretty?
I do.
Oh,
I think you have a very symmetrical face, which is a very
what a Camilla way to answer that. I didn't mean it, but also, yes, I think you're pretty. You're logically, your face is symmetrical and it looks how a face is supposed to look. Therefore, it's a good face. Congratulations on your face. Anyway, next.
No, I do think you, but I think symmetry is one of the. I don't look at someone and think, oh, they are symmetrical. But when I look at you, I think
you do think. That's so funny.
I think you are.
Well, thank you. You also have a very symmetrical
No,
face.
I don't actually.
You do. Which part is not the same? If I do this, it's the same on the left and the right. Wait, look at me. I want to do it. It's the same face.
No, I don't think
insane.
so.
You're not like this.
No, but yeah.
What am I trying to answer? What was the question? What question am I most trying to answer in my life?
Because that one is answered.
How to fucking be successful?
Oh,
maybe like that's probably what I'm trying to answer the most now. Is
what's
like
successful to you? Let's dissect.
Making. Like there's this is what's successful to me. There's the things that I love in life, and I know I've kind of got to the age where I've identified that. And it's like, how can I make the most money possible doing the closest to that as possible? Okay. Like the Nike battle was fucking, that's also why I was emotional. That was pretty close to, I'm like, yeah, that's, I could spend the rest of my life doing this shit, you know?
Just battle after battle.
Yeah, I mean, I could. Like if I could, I mean, fucking, you know, Just Taboo or these bigger battles, it's like they've been doing it for 20, 30 years or whatever it is. But like, I don't know, it's like, the thing I love the most, you know, like let's say even in the dance scene, if we're, again, like you said, it's a dance pod.
Yeah, related to dance.
Like the thing that makes me the most happy, and again, like this makes me, I've like nearly cried a couple of times at battles, like for no reason. But like the thing that like makes me the most like happy and emotional in life is like this fucking scene, the stuff that I love is like, I fucking love dance. I love good hip hop music. I love helping people and seeing like young people, like giving things to young people, like teaching them shit and seeing them grow. And it's like when I go to a battle and it's like I see the young kids getting better, there's good music playing, we put on a good event, everybody's supporting each other, and I'm like, this is like, I fucking love this shit like so much. Yeah. So then it's like, if I can, like, that's what I felt like at the battle, where it's like, I can be around this scene and the music that I love, people are, everyone here is happy, like everyone's having a great time.
Yeah, having a good time. It's very wholesome.
And if I can make money so that I don't have to do other boring shit in order to be here, I can make money in this scene. Like that's I've made it. That's
but do you not think that there will always be boring shit to do?
Of course, like I'm not saying
like
that,
you have to.
Yeah, you have to do. But it's like it's the boring stuff like, as part of that, as not part of boring that, stuff about something I don't
outside of it.
Yeah, like editing video can be fucking boring, but when I'm editing my podcast, it's boring.
It's so fun because I look at myself and I think, wow, I do have a symmetrical face.
Guys, if you think I have a symmetrical face,
I actually do think you have you have nice eyes as well. It's your lashes. I'm very jealous of your lashes. Yeah.
You know what? A lot of girls have said that to me. It starts off as I think they're hitting on me. They're like, "Oh, your eyes are so nice," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And then they're like,
"I want
your lashes," and I'm like, "Well, now I'm like,
yeah, no, your lashes they're quite lush and yeah, long."
Well, thank you.
Okay, well, but then you're already doing something that is successful at times in your life. So then, and you still got loads of time.
I feel like I fucking made it from when I went freelance. I was like, I get to film dance full time and I'm making a decent salary. Like, I'm very happy. And now with the capsule, I'm even more. It was a bit like there was a big moment of like stress because the capsule was like, not the capsule, but like my income was dropping big at the beginning.
Because you were spending too much time on the capsule.
And now it's all growing again and I'm starting to get bookings under this. And now it's like, okay, I can do the capsule and make money, which is the main thing. But it's like, I want to make a lot of money and I want to be doing the meaningful shit. Like, I don't want to make a lot of money off the culture. I want to make a lot of money helping people. Like, if I can do that at the same time, like, I can give back enough that, like, like I'm giving back so much and making money, I'll be so happy. I think it's possible. It's just
I think it is possible.
you have to like figure out how to do it and where to ask for the money, where to do things for free, blah blah blah.
Yes.
Not get walked all over. But I think it's possible to make good money and to be giving back to everyone. I mean, yeah. Cool.
Cool. Your
My
turn.
turn?
Yes, please. I've asked you 3 questions or 2 questions.
That's your fault.
Well, no, it's because I'm
You're
ready.
an eager.
You what? No, say it. What? Ego
You're
what?
an eager question asker. Eager beaver.
Ego beaver.
No, this one I don't like. This one I don't like. This is level 2. Hey, who messed up my cards?
Someone played this game without you.
This is disgusting. This is actually disgusting. Level 2 is everywhere. Flip my life.
flip your life.
Mm-hmm.
We've never been.
This is your hold music.
Mm-hmm.
These are like about me.
But for me to answer. So I think a lot of these
Do you think our personalities complement each other?
Oh my God. I think so.
Why? Expand.
Well, firstly, because they don't not complement.
What even is that answer?
I think because I'm thinking because
like
the answer would be like they're not. Yeah, because someone who wouldn't compliment me would have to be so different or so away from what I consider valuable. So I don't think that's the case. I think you're closer. Like values in certain areas are similar, and I think. Just the fact that I maybe didn't have to put too much effort into making a connection.
Did we even become
I don't
close?
know. I think maybe I do know. Firstly, that's where we differ a lot because I will keep my distance.
Yes.
If I don't know you, I won't know you for a very long time because I'm just taking my time. I'm not very open. I'm not very.
Like you're not going to be the one to reach out and be like, "Hey, let's hang out."
Probably not.
Yeah.
But maybe I should. But then I think you were just basically, you saw me twice and then you just kept saying, I love you.
Yeah.
It was like this.
Because where were we walking from? Do you remember we walked back to the train station and we were chatting? Was it from a session or what?
It could have been.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
No.
We walked back from somewhere to the station and we had a chat. And I remember I texted you over. I was like, oh, that was actually a really nice chat.
Okay, yeah.
So there was that. Like, we didn't know each other at that point. We just seen each other around the scene. And then we had like a nice chat walking back to the station.
Yeah, to me, you were Jenny's boyfriend.
Yeah.
you weren't even
Well, I wasn't even a person.
No.
Sick.
Yeah, but I think you were just more, you already were so nice. I was like, well, I just have to play along now.
Yeah, like you don't have to do anything to make it happen.
No, but I meant that you were more, you really set the tone that, this is good. This is a good connection. And
I just told you we're friends now and you're like, okay.
That's what I mean. You pretty much just said, love you.
Yeah.
And I'm there. Bye. Thank you.
Yeah. And you're like, that's so weird. Are we in love? What's up?
No, but you know, in my head, I'm like, well, that's weird. Just because I am big EEE.
Eastern European energy.
But I think, as I told you, you're the only person that I say I love you to the most because you just made me.
You heard it here first, guys.
You converted me into this.
because you love me the most. That's what you mean.
Well, that's not true because they are my parents and my family. But I just tell you. Yeah.
No, but I think like one thing that I made an effort to, especially like after having been in the dance scene for a while, is like there's so many people that I meet all the time in the dance scene. Like every fucking week I'm meeting someone new, or there's new people around, or there's like, if I had to list every person I know in the dance scene, it's hundreds.
It's everyone.
It's everyone, right? So then it's like and there's only a few people that I meet and I'm like, oh no, that's a real connection. Like I really like, that's not just someone like, oh, they're a nice person for a dancer or whatever. Like that's a person who I actually genuinely like. And there's a few people that I meet that I'm like, oh, you're a real, like I like you on a real level, right? Yeah. Like Kanfu Adil is one of those. DJ Fame. Met him randomly in a battle in Germany and we've been like friends ever since. I'm like, no, you're a real friend. It's like, I would hang out with you outside of dance. I would come to your country to hang out with you. Like there's people like that who I just see and I'm like, I don't know why, but they're just something. So then I kind of made a thing with myself in my head that I'm like, there's so many people that we like pass in and out of each other's lives and we could end up like being surrounded by people but still lonely, you know? So I'm like, all right, if you meet someone that makes you feel like that, even if it's weird or awkward, just reach out to them and like make the effort. Because otherwise it will never happen.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I think that you were one of those people. I was like, we had a nice chat and I was like, she seems really nice and like genuine and intelligent and like I get on with her and we have similar like ways of thinking.
Yeah.
So then I was like,
I think that helps us a lot and that's what compliments us. Because I think I know that you will probably agree with the most I have to say. And the other way around.
True.
But it's because, as I said, someone that wouldn't, like, I would have a difficult time with would be someone that is extremely spiritual or like extremely into,
like
probably
life
like
you would be different.
Yeah. Because I'm more, I like facts. I like being proven wrong if it's based on facts.
That's true. You do like that.
Do that. I'm this is insane. So I think that's also where you compliment me because maybe it's an ego boost. I'm like, I'm going to say it and I know that Luke is going to be like, yeah.
yeah.
It's the same thing.
That's true.
Okay, next. What am I most qualified to give advice about?
Popping.
You actually think that I could?
You're so annoying.
I know.
She's like, I'm not even thinking of
But I also love sarcasm. I think that's my defense mechanism.
Yeah, it very much is. Popping, Lithuanian, speaking Lithuanian.
Lithuanian would be really difficult to
Here's
teach.
one that I'm going to surprise you about.
Tell me.
I think you're going to be surprised when I say this. Relationships.
Wow. I've only been in one.
No, but it's not about your experience. It's about like being qualified to give advices because you think the right way about things. Like you're about communication, honesty. Like these are like the foundations of relationships. So not like, oh, he said that, fuck him, don't you'll be like, okay, he said that, but why do you think he might have said that? Did you do anything to like I would want you to give me advice on relationship thing because I'm like,
how good.
You'll be honest with me as well. Like you'll be like, right, it sounds like I'll be like, yeah, I'm bitching to you about, oh yeah, she said this and she said, and then you'll be like, based on what you're telling me, it sounds like she's right. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably true. You know what I mean? Like, so I think you're a good person to give emotional advice because you're going to try and be as communicative and honest and straightforward as possible.
And I like 360. I always like looking at everything from like very much through.
Yeah, I would come to you with more like emotional things than maybe you would expect. Because I would want someone like you to talk to me. Unless I'm angry. I don't think I'd come to you about stuff I'm angry about. Because sometimes I want someone to just indulge
vent in the same...
Or just be like, yeah, you're right. Fuck everyone. Like, you're the best. You know? Whereas I think you'd be like, yeah, but they probably have a reason to have said that. And I'm like, no, tell me, fuck them. Like,
I know that's important. Like, I have noticed that people... So I need it as well. But I have a difficult time saying it if I don't agree.
Right.
I would have a difficult time saying, yeah, fuck him and, well, her in your case. But if I don't agree.
No, I'm not talking about just relationships. I'm talking about anyone. Like, if I was pissed off, sometimes I don't actually want advice. I just want to, like,
you just want to vent
about someone.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
and it's
needed.
Are they
an asshole? And you're like, yeah, they're an asshole. And then I'm like, they're not really.
They're not really. Yeah, the next day you're like, oh, why did I say that? Yeah, for sure.
All right.
That was beautiful. That was great.
Oh, okay. I got a great one for you.
Right.
For you specifically.
Thank you so much. It is me on the sofa, so who else would it be?
The lovely people at home.
Oh, hey.
How does one earn your vulnerability?
Are you joking?
Have I earned it? And how can I earn more?
Oh my God, that is something else.
How does one own your vulnerability?
Okay. So, how does one do it? Firstly, through time. I think for me, friendships take time. Even like with you, let's say, yes, I did feel that, oh, we're good a match. Like I don't have to put extra effort to be understood or understand you. That feels quite natural. But I would require time because I would...
Well, you've also, like, we've got closer over time by a lot.
Yes, that's true as well, yeah. So I would definitely need... We would definitely need time. You would have to be honest with yourself enemy. I would have a difficult time trusting someone if they don't trust themselves with like anything, you know, because being honest with you mean the shit is shit and the good is good. Another thing is that if you comfort me in the right way, because I also have like, I guess, a specific way I like to be comforted.
We've never ran into this, have we?
No, but we never had the Well, I never. Well, to answer the next question, I don't think that you have seen me very okay. Yep, that's one of them. Vulnerable. Good morning, goodbye. So yeah, I don't think you've seen me in one of those.
Yeah, I think you've opened up to me, but I haven't seen you vulnerable yet.
No, definitely not. So what did I say?
Like comforting you in the right way.
Yeah, I think I would want to know that I can be comforted in the right way. And then the biggest one, and how funny that is the last one, but it's because I didn't remember straight away. If
you have a symmetrical face.
No.
Okay.
Maybe that would be easier. Just, yep, you.
Yeah.
The biggest one, because obviously there's a lot. Like if I would only be vulnerable with someone that is like mine, you know, like my friend, like for me, it would be my best friend or, you know, someone. So that means a lot of things. She's honest. We've been through stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But if it's like more of a general rule, then if you are saying, they told me not to tell you, or they told me not to say this to anyone, but keep this between me and you. I already know that you're not keeping anything between me and you.
Then I'm not going to be vulnerable with you because you don't keep anything.
No, that's a big one. If that starts, I don't tell anyone. But to be fair, and all, like my friends would tell me things like this, but it really stops with me because I have this mental. It's a photo that I take. They said not to tell anyone. I'm not going to tell anyone. But
I think there's a difference between like I like gossip when it's like if somebody puts something on their Insta story and it's like it wasn't about me or to me, but I'm like, oh, let me like, oh, did you see this Insta story?
Yeah, of course.
I like that
That's
type of gossip.
fun.
Or like two people are having a conversation in front of me and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't think I'm supposed to be listening to it, but they don't care. I'm like, well, then it's open gossip. But like if somebody tells me something that's in confidence, it's like I pretty much don't tell anyone really.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good with that. There's a lot of stuff that I know about,
me too.
About you.
I know. And then you
is
just
that really?
Well, there was one thing, and then you said his name in front of Jenny, and now Jenny knows. So you already failed.
But you said that. No, you said that on the pod.
I didn't say that on the pod. I only told you and Lucia, and I also said that I haven't told that to anyone. And that
I thought you said that on the pod.
6 years.
Well, I didn't tell the whole story. I just said the name.
No, you just said the name.
So technically, I still am fine.
Okay.
Ha.
But yeah.
I love how you checked your phone for the years. Like, 6 years. Does your phone even show the year? That's hilarious. Okay.
Oh, have you ever told someone I love you but didn't mean it?
Yeah, probably like as a joke or like. You mean like seriously said it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I think there's the way we always joke about me saying I love you a lot to you, but like there's different types of love.
Because you say that quite often.
Yeah, but I think it's all versions of love. Like how I love a romantic partner versus how I love my friends. I don't see one as less. I don't think my friends love the love I have for my friends is not less than someone I'm in love with. I think they're the same thing, but just different expressions of it.
Yeah.
I still feel the same intensity of feeling for that person.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to express it by kissing them. You know what I mean?
Glad.
Hey, listen. You'd be lucky to get this symmetrical face.
Symmetrical face.
This symmetrical kiss. Is it my turn?
Yes, please.
Okay.
This is my favorite podcast.
Is it?
And I know it's very selfish, but it's because I love these games.
Me too.
Love
we should play this
games.
This game, again, shout out to Tally. This game is great with some drinks.
Oh, loosey goosey.
Yeah. Or emotional.
No, emotional. Say it.
I don't know if this is good or not. In one word, describe how you feel right now. I'm going to ask you another one as well.
Content. Which is a lie. No, it's not a lie.
Wait, don't lie.
No, I feel content. But ready for a challenge.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
God, I don't know if I want this. What about me is hardest for you to understand? And I know what it is.
I know what it is. Can I say it? I don't know. It's that one thing.
Yeah, it's that one thing.
It's that one thing that we discuss quite often, and I find it so interesting.
You know, it's hilarious. There's a good percentage of people listening that know exactly what you're talking about, and then there's a good percentage that have no fucking idea, and I love it right now. But
and I'm not gonna say it, but
Okay.
it's definitely that one thing, and I love talking about it.
Yeah.
I love asking questions, and when I think that I've asked you all the questions,
More pops up.
honestly, and that is the one thing that I understand, but do I personally do I?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like to me, if it's the same as physics, if they explain it to me, yes, I get it,
Like,
but do I get it?
Yeah, right.
So it's the
That's
same,
so funny.
but that's the one thing.
Okay. It's the one thing.
So
that gets
difficult.
I know. Yeah, I get it.
But I mean, like that's who you are. Where's that? What else? Oh, I thought you gave me something else.
Sorry.
What? Some of these are interesting. I said that many times now.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Who do you think my celebrity crush is? Who do you think my dance crush is? And don't.
You said Hong Ten already.
Yes, don't use the names. But I also said but I can have multiple. I mean, don't say the ones that I mentioned to you.
Yeah, that's no. Give me another one. This is too easy because you said them
No, I
already.
said only 3. I'm sure that there's a few more. Say it.
Jesus.
Who else has a symmetrical face?
I don't know. Besides those ones that you said, maybe someone like Victor, B-boy.
From USA?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
young, cute, muscly, smiley, happy, friendly.
Smiley happy is probably the one
Yeah,
that I would go for. He's married, that's why he can never be a crush.
he's my crush as well. Victor's sexy.
What about me intrigues you? Oh my gosh.
The thing about me that the thing about you that intrigues me is your like the contrast that you have in you. Okay. Like I said before, it's like you're very like direct and short sometimes, and like to the point, and like non-emotional in the way that you think and stuff. But I think inside you're such a loving, caring, vulnerable person. Yeah. So it's like that thing where it's like, we have this so many times, and like I said, it's kind of like the same answer as before, but I love it so much. It's like, I'll be like, I love you, and then you'll be like, okay, cool, what time are you going to be here? Like, this literally, the text could be like, can't wait to see you, love you, and then you'll literally say, cool, what time are you here? Like, that's your response to me saying I love you, can't wait to see you. But it's like, I love it because it's like,
it's me.
It's so funny to me that it's like, I read that, I don't know why I think I know you this well, but maybe I don't. But like, I'll read that message and I know that you've taken it in. Like,
I have
you've
taken
gone,
it in.
oh, that's sweet, but just replied with the logic. But it's like, the way you are on the outside is like, I have to know you to know that you're not ignoring me or like giving me the cold shoulder. But it's just how you respond to that. You're like, cool, understood, thanks. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
that's so true.
Yeah. So, but I think that's intriguing in a way of like, it's endearing. Like, I like that about you.
That's so nice. Thank you.
I think you're gonna hate me for saying this, but it's kind of cute. It's like, I'll tell you something nice, or I'll compliment you about how you look or something. You'll be like, shut up. Anyway, so like, I'm like, but you've taken in the compliment.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's just kind of like, it's like, aw, I don't know. It makes me want to like rub your head.
Cute. Nice. You.
Should we do a couple more?
Yeah.
It's my turn?
I honestly could do tens more. I love it.
Who cares?
We just make part 5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of these are about our friendship.
Well, that
like,
makes
I wanted
sense.
it to be about like you. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. You gotta open up to me. Let me earn your vulnerability, Camilla.
Well, not just you.
Camille. I love people's pronunciations of your name.
Yeah, there's...
Camille is the best one.
Yep, that is the best one.
Camille.
Ever since
how am I at pronouncing it? Am I right?
Fine. Yeah,
Camille.
great. Yeah.
Camille. Not Camille. Not Camilla. Not Camille. Camille.
Yeah.
Like a short...
Camilla. Yeah, Camilla. Yeah, great.
Right. Camille. What is a compliment you wish you received more frequently? Be honest.
But that's a trap I fall into straight away, because I'm thinking, now if I'm going to say a compliment that I want to receive, that means that that's what I think about myself, and that is cocky.
Yeah, but what is that thing? There's got to be something that you're like, I wish more people saw that about me.
That is a
And
good
this is the time
question.
to say it.
What do I would want
to be complimented on more frequently? So yeah, I guess it's like something that you would want to be recognized for more. I guess that's the one.
I think, you know, like maybe I'll start from a different point of view, but I'll definitely try to answer the question. I think a compliment is like, oh, you look nice, and it's a sort of and it makes you feel good in that instance. But I thought about it that, let's say, being single, one of the more difficult things is that you don't have someone who just has got your back. Like there are tons of things that I cannot channel through anyone. And not that I can't, like I have my best friend, I have my other friends, I can, but it's not the same way as having a romantic partner. Yeah. So a lot of things that I face or I struggle with, they end with me.
Yes.
And I have a difficult time. I might cry. Because, by the way, I am very sensitive. We have a ranking in my family. There's 6 of us.
The most your family thing to do.
Right.
Let us rank our emotions.
Yeah. So, and obviously we always get to the point that everybody's sensitive in a different way, but it's my dad and me. Okay. We are like I'm super sensitive. Well, I think I am. But so I think then in terms of a compliment, if someone said, oh, like you're doing this great, like one thing in dance, if people just say that you need to, what someone said it, recently, that you need to remember your worth, that I'm like worthy to be in the places that I am, because I can question myself to the day I die.
I might have said that to you the other day after the fucking Nike thing.
Yeah, but I hate it. Oh my God.
I hate you for saying that
whole day.
I hate you
well,
so
I
much.
hated myself.
Yeah, and I hate you so. No, but I mean, but you hate yourself because you're like, oh, I can't believe how do I even get this far or something?
Yeah.
Like that. It's like, because you fucking beat people, man. What do you mean? Because you were good. Like, it blows my mind that you think like that.
Yeah, but my as I told you, know how I felt that day. And that was why it was so difficult, because I really was not feeling. Like, it was outer body experience.
But that just shows that how good you are. You can still feel shit and get to the top 4.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. But, and then get smoked.
No, you didn't get smoked, but
I lost.
That round against Slayer must have been a hard one to.
Oh no, because the first round I already knew. Firstly, I already knew that the first one was like bin this round. For my round, I mean, not Slayer's.
I can't remember.
It was really bad. And then Slayer, that was interesting because he's so kind. You know, he's very nice. He's very kind. His parents are nice.
Yeah.
And then he's nice to me. And like he even filmed one of my previous rounds, and I watched it back, and he's like hyping me up, and I can hear it, and that was very sweet. And then I battled him, and I can just see how he's like walking around in his zone. I was like, okay, this is going to be different.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that could be nice, you know, to hear that. But I think what I wanted to say, like compliment, like, oh, you dance so good, or that, of course, that's always nice to hear. But for me, it's more like the validation that what I'm doing, what I'm choosing to do, what I'm going for, do it. It's the right thing. Because I have had a quite interesting year where my natural self is very decisive, right? I'm very like, I know what I'm doing, and I follow this plan. And I've changed the plan multiple times. And that's very not me. It's very not me not to organize things. It's not me to be like, yeah, I'm going to London. I'm not buying a ticket back. And now I'm staying 3 extra weeks. For what money?
Yeah.
We don't know. Where? We don't know. But I just like need then to someone to go, yeah, no, good, great. Yeah, you're doing this. Awesome. So it's more like it's not a compliment, it's more of a validation.
No, because I think also because you're so organized and intelligent and like decisive, people think you don't need it. Because they're like, who am I to... like, everyone has their own insecurities. So probably they're like, who am I to tell Camilla she's doing a great job? Like, she's the one that I would be asking for advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, but I think that's true. Is like, you have to remember that everyone has those insecurities, even if.
Yeah, because it's only human, of
Yeah.
course, you know. But yeah, that was a good question.
Hey,
Oh.
you're doing the right thing.
Oh, thank you. By sitting on this sofa,
Of course, this is always the right choice.
choosing to be here. Interesting. All the dates, all the DMs that I'm missing out on.
Come on, read them, guys.
I don't have any.
Ask Camilla out on a date.
I know. It's like I'm so desperate. Like
No.
No. On this pod, that's all I'm talking. Like wait till the next
other pod comes out. Yeah.
It literally is all about dating and dance. But I thought it's a fun way to live. So please don't hate me. Right. That is also about me. So
Go on.
no, like I want something about you, as you did. Oh no, we've gone through these. Such a lie. Should we do a last one each or a last one?
Yeah, let's do last one each.
Swapsies with your partner. That would just be random. To do it. When was the last time you surprised yourself? I know when.
On fucking Friday. All the time, to be honest.
Wow, you're so surprising. Surprise, surprise.
No, but I'm
Surprise,
sorry.
surprise. It's that meme.
No, I think I do that all the time, to be honest. In a like
Surprise.
so stupid. No, but I mean, like I'm always at odds with like how I feel and how I act, if that makes sense. Like I'm always.
It's the way you act.
Oh my god, I'm not answering this question. I'm not answering. Next question.
Answer it, please. Basically all the time, which is so surprising that just because I wanted to say that you surprise yourself when you wake up in the morning and you walk into the bathroom and you see yourself in the mirror and you go, whoa, that is one symmetrical face.
You're so dumb.
That's what I would think I was seeing.
Hate you so much.
Oh my god.
Next question. Ask me another one.
Surprise.
You've ruined it now.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh. Finish the sentences.
Okay.
It's a serious one. I'm not gonna laugh.
Okay.
Unless you set me up for a joke, and then I can not say it. Strangers would describe me as, fill the word. Only I know that I am, fill the word.
Strangers would describe me as confident.
Bro, yours, okay, yep.
Only I would know that I'm very insecure.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's talk how insecure.
Huh?
Rate it out of 10.
It depends on what. Like, different things have different levels.
Dance.
No, dance I'm not insecure about. Like, I know where I stand with dance, I think. Like, I've been around long enough to know. Like, I'm not under any false illusions that I'm, like, one of the best.
Yeah,
but I also
we
know...
also know.
Which is, I quite enjoy that position. Like, I'd have no need to be... Right, especially in my position that I'm in now with, like, the capsule and stuff. I have no need to be able to beat Kane in a hip-hop battle. But...
To feel like... Yeah?
Like, for example, I don't
do
train
this.
hard enough to...
I'm organizing.
Oh, are you?
Fuck my life, you just ruined it.
Sorry. I was trying to help. But
Yeah, you didn't.
like, yeah, like, I don't need to, for my career, be able to beat someone like Kane.
Yeah.
Or Zach, or any of these fucking good people, Harry, or anyone who's at the top of their game.
It would be nice to beat Harry.
However,
Yeah.
which I think is more than my level could be. I think if I battled Kane, he wouldn't be able to. It wouldn't be a walk in the park. He'd have to like put in some effort to beat me.
Sport in the money.
Yeah, definitely that. Like he'd
Yeah.
have to put in some effort to beat me, but he'd beat me. He wouldn't be in danger of losing
Yeah.
in a hip hop battle.
But he would have to work.
You'd have to put in a solid round to make it, which I'm like, that's nice to be able to like, okay, the guy who's like, let's say if we're using Kane as an example, like he's the younger, new gen, he's like in shape, like he's battling all the time. And it's like, yeah, he'll beat me, but I reckon I could, like, I'm not, like, he wouldn't look at me and go, oh, you're a fucking joke. Like, he'd be like, all right, let me throw in a good round to make sure.
No, that's also Kane. Kane is nice. He wouldn't think that of anyone.
No, but I mean, like, even if I'm battling,
also,
like, because it's like, for example, if I battle him Poppin against MT Pop, he doesn't have to make any effort to beat me.
No, he doesn't know who you are, so therefore he
actually,
would not
he did this podcast, so he does know me.
Oh, blimey, I actually watched the podcast.
But do you see the difference? What I mean is like, okay, the level difference between me and Poppin to like MT Pop is like, he wouldn't even need to try. Whereas like, I think with some hip hop dancers who are good, I can make them like, even there's some international people who I'm like, it's like, yeah, you'd beat me, but you wouldn't be able to like phone in your round in the same way that like Nelson would if he battled me and Poppin, or you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, that's a nice position to be in. That like, hopefully like I can jump in a cypher and get a little bit of respect, or go train with people, and I'm still keep up my dance enough to be able to like.
Yeah, we see your training videos on this carpet.
Yeah, with my socks. I never wear.
And your socks with the double fold, which is weird, but
yeah, dance I'm not insecure about. Looks I am.
Oh, so you don't think you have a symmetrical face?
Yeah, I do think I have a symmetrical face, but it's just like
what would you like to have more of, or
but like loads of like, there's always stuff like, I don't know, like being more in shape, stuff like that. Like, just, I don't know, all the, like, it's like whatever you have, there's always something else that you're insecure. Like I've never had like, I don't have like receding hairline in my family, or like baldness or anything. Like I basically probably will never go bald. I've always had like when my beard just came in one day and it was always like full. So I've never worried about that. But I know guys that are like, let's say are like super in shape, but they get insecure about their hairline. Yeah. And I'm okay, well, I wish I could be more in shape, but I'm never worried about my hairline. You know what I mean? So everyone, you always want the thing that you can't have. Yeah. And I never look at myself and go, wow, I'm so lucky to have a good beard. Like, I'm just like, oh, it's just something. It's just something
that you have. Yeah. Yeah. And you take it for granted.
Exactly. So I think everyone has those things that they take for granted that is good on them, and they wish they had, which is bad on them. And it's like, you're never going to have everything.
No, never.
So I think it's a normal type of insecurity in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd say so.
I'm also definitely insecure about people, if we're being honest, about, especially now with the capsule and stuff, about like people not liking me and stuff.
Because of capsule? Just
in general, it's like I have like my opinions on the pod, or like what I do with the platform and stuff. Because before I was just a dancer that no one really gave a fuck about. So if not that like I had loads of friends and stuff like that, but if people didn't like me, they just wouldn't speak to me. Like there's no reason for them to pretend. Yeah. Like, and I knew those people that didn't like me, and it's fine. Like, they just stay on their side, I stay on my side. But now I'm trying to engage with the whole community. Yeah. And especially, like, say, now with the Nike stuff, or like, there's more reason for people to, like, in a way, like, be fake with me or anything. So I'm just like, And also there's a lot to, anything that's to do with the scene, everybody has a right to comment on or have an opinion on. So there's, when I used to just be some guy that entered hip hop battles, it's like no one's really going out of their way to be like, well, what do you think about Luke's dance? Now I think with all these type of things, there's conversations happening all over behind my back about like the way
why are you entitled, or why are you
and why would I do it that way, or why would I do like, oh, did you hear that thing he said on the pod, or did you see the way they did this battle? It's like, everybody has a right to have those conversations. If I'm doing something for the scene, you know, everyone's allowed to talk about it. But there's more eyes on me now, and it's going to only get worse. So it's just like I'm insecure about like when I see people and they're like, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm like, have you just like last night you were like, fuck that guy, I hate him, and now because you see me, you're just like, hey, you're right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know everyone's got like some maybe like opinion on me, or they think I'm nice, or they think I'm an asshole, so I'm just like, when I meet people, I'm like, are you actually nice to me, or are you actually don't like me, but you're just being civil? You know what I mean?
I think it could be any at this point, but I don't think a lot of people would hate you. Like, I don't think a lot of people would go out of their way to hate you based on what they saw you say or what you do with the capsule. Yeah. I think that they disagree for sure. Yeah. Who would know that better than anyone? No, I mean, because I've said things on pod, and I've had things where, you know,
that's true.
But and you've had that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But then it doesn't, you see, like in reality, when that happens, you're just yeah, like I read the comments and still didn't change my opinion. So
yeah.
But let's say, but the people that disagreed with me, I thought, yeah, valid points. I get you. I understand you. But overall, I was, didn't change my opinion. So
that's true.
I think maybe we suffer more in imagination than in reality. So it's one of those examples, because in real life, if someone was not with you for what you do, then they probably also wouldn't go out of their way to be extremely nice to you. Yeah, and if someone is nice to you, then that's probably manners, or they're nice to you.
Well, you know what? Like these days, I kind of really appreciate people who like just don't like me and make it obvious.
Make it obvious, yeah, because then you know where you stand.
Yeah, exactly. Like thanks for not being fake about it. But
yeah.
No, but like anyway, it's not to say that there's no like all these things that you're saying is true, but it is something I'm insecure about, in the way of like when I'm walking around saying hi to people, like, oh hey, how are you? Like in my head, I do feel this like insecurity of like, aww, do you actually like me, or do you not like me, or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm just, but it is something that plays on my mind a bit. Yeah, it's only like 1% more, but it's just I do feel it there that it wasn't before. More. Yeah, but also I don't care.
Yeah, I guess
it's all level 3. I've helped you organize.
Awesome. Well, this was an awesome game. I don't know, guys, if you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. What if you haven't learned about dance, you've learned about us. That's for sure.
This is you're good at wrapping up.
Well, I think I'm also getting a bit more comfortable. Because I watch a lot of podcasts and I know how I like them.
Yeah.
And that's where you like me, because I would be next question.
Yes.
I don't want to, but I think I'm just getting a bit more comfortable being like
free flowing,
just a bit more interactive.
Yeah. And people can turn it off if they don't want to listen. It's fine.
Turn it off right now. Yeah.
Guys, thank you for coming to the Nike battle. There is one thing I'll say before we wrap. For people, just especially for the people that got all the way to the end.
Kieran.
Yeah, Kieran and Joe.
Oh, cutie.
There is something else coming with Nike. But we can't say what it is just yet. But just so you know,
there's something.
There's more coming. And one other last thing. We're organising a battle with Boy Blue. I forgot to talk about it after all this. Organising a battle with Boy Blue, December 17th.
Pre-Christmas.
Yeah, it's going to be a hip-hop 1v1 battle. It's top 16 up till top 4 upstairs in the studio. And then Boy Blue have their annual, I think it's annual, but Boy Blue have their showcase that is going to happen in the theatre. And the finals are going to happen as part of the showcase. So you'll be in you'll have the battle upstairs, and then if you get through to the finals, you're in front of a much bigger audience in the theatre. So yeah, that's going to be super cool. Come and check it out. The link is in our bio to book tickets now. They're relatively cheap. It's like $7.50.
I saw it and I thought how cheap it is.
Yeah.
I actually thought how cheap, yeah.
1v1 hip hop. Check it out, my peoples. And that is all. Any AIM announcements?
In Lithuania, we're doing an intensive, but I don't know how many Lithuanians watch.
Guys,
maybe my
fly
brother
to Lithuania.
Oh yeah, guys,
to take their intensive. I'm coming, by the way. I spoke to Gabby, not to the intensive.
Oh my god, you're going to Lithuania?
Yeah, I don't know when, but in 2024.
I would love for you to come.
I want to come
because I think it was just awesome. Huh. But yeah, I think you would have a good time, and you could also teach quite well as well there. But yeah, if you guys want to come to Lithuania, let me know. If I buy my house, then you have somewhere to stay. If I don't buy my house, then you don't have anywhere to stay. So buy a house. Also, you could win quite fairly easily, and we also need a better mix of people.
Yeah, I want to come battle.
To challenge, we need that challenge, because I think what happens.
Gabby at Poppin.
All right, then we can just do an exhibition.
Have we ever battled? Yeah, no, we had this conversation.
We had this conversation
one time, and you forgot about it.
I don't remember.
Disgusting. One time, and she forgot. It was part of a crew battle, and I did waving against you, and then you beat me. You definitely took me out that round.
It was just such a minor thing in my life.
Wow.
Maybe you didn't have a symmetrical face back then. I don't remember you. But yeah, anyways.
Next year I'll enter the Nike thing, and then.
Okay, perfect. But then you would need to ask for them to.
No, I won't be able to enter.
Set me up. Okay. Right. Have the greatest week. And that's it, right?
Pretty much.
Yay! Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.